And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to Fed Reacts. I'm here with Angie. We're going to be covering Aaron Hernandez. You guys have been asking for this one for a long time. I'm excited to finally give it to y'all.
Yep.
Let's go. I'm a special agent with Homeland Security Investigations, okay, guys? HSI.
This is what Fed Reacts covers.
Defender Jeffrey Williams and Associate YSL did commit the felony. So here's what 6ix9ine actually got. This attack shifted the whole U.S. government. This guy got arrested for espionage, okay? Trading secrets with the Russian John Wayne Gacy, a.k.a. the Killer Clown, okay? One of the most prolific serial killers of all time, killed 33 people. Zodiac Killer is a pseudonym of an unidentified serial killer who operated in Northern California. All these serial killers, guys, they really get off on getting attention from the media. Many years, Jeffrey Epstein sexually exploited and abused dozens of minor girls at his home. It was OJ working together to get Nicole killed. We're gonna go over his past, the gang ties, so that this all makes sense. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Fed Reacts, man. Yo, this is a big one. They've been asking for this one for a very long time.
It's the beginning of football season, you guys.
Yes,
so get ready.
Yes, Mo was explaining to me that the NFL season literally just started first game, so I was like, oh, wow. So, yeah, this one, I guess, could have come at better timing. Guys, right now, we got about 500 of y'all, about a little over 500 y'all watching on YouTube, and I think like another 600 watching on Rumble. Do me a favor. If you're watching on Rumble, guys, open up another tab on YouTube, and then like the video on YouTube, get the engagement up. As you guys know, we got demonetized. Haters are going to hate. But they're not going to stop the mission. We're still going. We're going to still be streaming everywhere, man. We're on Rumble. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on Twitch, etc. We're always going to Rumble on Rumble. We're going to stream on all the platforms. For Fed Reacts, we're only on Rumble and YouTube. And the audiences are split pretty much 50%. So, and that's cool. But the only thing I ask is that you guys go ahead and engage with it on YouTube so we can get the engagement up. It gets put in the algorithm and people can discover it, and then people can come on over to the best platform ever, aka Rumble. And as you guys know, it's rumble.com/freshfit for the main podcast and rumble.com/FedReacts for the Fed Reacts. On this one, we might be able to do the entire stream on YouTube.
Probably, perhaps, yes.
Maybe. We do have some Netflix footage that we might have to do on Rumble. So we'll see, because I think Netflix did a really good job with this case on their on their platform, the documentary. There's a couple episodes. We're not going to play the whole thing, but we do have a documentary they're going to react to that's going to be YouTube friendly that we can share with you guys. But let's see here. What other announcements do we got? Studio, guys, is coming along very well. I'm probably going to go there tonight and record some footage for y'all and put on locals. I know people are really excited to see, what's this new studio going to look like, etc. Better equipment, better technology. I mean, hell, just to let y'all know how much I'm not messing around.
What? Oh, Jesus. What are you going to do now? Oh, okay. I got scared for a minute. This man is very unpredictable.
Here's one of the cameras, guys, that I got, right? And I bought a couple of these just to let y'all know that we're going hard in the paint. I got a Sony FX3, guys, Cinema Line camera. Right. And I went ahead and I tested it out yesterday at the new location. It's going to be lit. I'm getting some lenses for it as well, some pretty good lenses. I got a couple wide lenses and a couple of, good focal ones. But this is it right here. You can't even take pictures on this bad boy. This thing cost me a pretty penny. But like I said before, I'm really focused on giving y'all a way better viewing experience at the new studio. I got some criticisms. Hey, yo, Myron, the quality sucks, blah, blah, blah. Number one, guys, you got to understand that we're using really good cameras, Sony A7Rs for most of the angles. Like right now, what you guys are looking at is a Sony A7R with a G lens. It's just that sometimes YouTube, guys, doesn't necessarily give the best quality. If you guys want to see the best quality, go on Rumble and then click the little gear setting and then click 1920. And you guys are going to see it in way better quality. I don't know why YouTube gives it in more diluted quality. It goes only to 1080p. But on Rumble, y'all can get like the real quality. And I've done it before where I did a test. I took a Rumble stream and a YouTube stream, put it at the same exact timestamp, and then put the YouTube at 1080p at the highest it could go, enhanced bitrate, and then I go to Rumble 1920p something else. I forget the whole number list, but you guys get the idea. And it's way better quality on Rumble. So shout out to Rumble because they're catching up. They're catching up to YouTube. But yeah, guys, we're gonna definitely the new studio is gonna be lit. We got a bunch of equipment upgrades that are going to be on there. Better lighting is going to be there than what we got here. More panels. So you're going to get better audio. Better panels, matter of fact, on one of the walls. We're going to have some graffiti as usual. And yeah, man, it's gonna be
You're
good.
spoiling the fun.
No. They'll see when it's not. I've always do that. Like I always show them kind of like like as we go through. But it's only gonna be on locals. It's not gonna be on YouTube. So if you guys want to go ahead and see the progress, I'm gonna definitely be putting it up on locals. CastleClub.tv, guys. As you guys know, that's our main thing now because YouTube demonetized us. I guess they didn't like the heat. It is what it is. And it's funny because all the haters were like, "Oh, Fresh and Fit is demonetized. This is the death of Fresh and Fit. Ha ha ha!" And it's amazing how many people literally are preying on our downfall. But it's like, no, we're actually going to come out with more content, better content. We've been filming more now than ever, even though that we've been demonetized. We gave y'all an 8-hour stream on wrestling last Monday, and then we gave y'all a 5-hour stream on the whole Logan Paul and Dylan Dana situation, as far as Nina Agdal suing him. And we covered a bunch of different things. And these long streams actually spawn new ideas. We're going to do an episode for y'all. Probably me, Bills, and Mo are going to cover the top 20 simp anthems ever. We got a list compiled so far. Mo, how's it looking?
I got a ton. I ain't gonna lie. Just off of my own library alone. For some people who don't know, I'm a huge R&B guy. So this is like right up my alley. The R&B is like the genre that I've studied the longest for the most, my whole life. And I love R&B so much. Some people can kind of like put a little 2 and 2 together if they do just a little bit of more research. But so I already had a ton in my own library alone. So
yeah, we went over a few last week when we were doing the stream. But yeah, man, it's cool because when we do these longer streams, you guys come up with some really cool ideas. So we're gonna definitely do that for y'all. We'll probably have to do it on Rumble, to be honest with y'all, because YouTube will definitely hit us with a copyright. But we'll do it on Rumble and then probably finish it off on locals. Top 10 or 20 songs, simp anthems that you guys may or may not know of. But yeah, I'm really excited, guys. New studio will probably be in full effect and in use probably either by the end of this month or next month is what it's going to be. Haters saying that we got evicted or whatever. No, man, No, they just don't want to renew the lease is basically what it comes down to, if I'm going to be 100% transparent. And then the other thing, too, I want to let y'all know is that, just so you guys know, we have so many haters. Like, people literally, and I found this out later on, people called the building to complain about the podcast that don't even live in Florida. Like, what the hell is going on, man? You know what I mean? Like, bro, it literally, like, it never ceases to amaze me, the amount of people that just hate us. And they do anything and everything in their power to try to stop us. And it's like, half of these people, I don't even know who they are. Half of these people, we've never seen them. We've never met them. We don't know if they even exist. Yet they go out of their way, bro, to go after us. It's like crazy to me, man. Like literally, people call in, right? They figure out the building. They call the security and say, yo, noise complaint, or yo, these guys are doing this, or yo, these guys are doing that, blah, blah, blah. And it's been like a bunch of complaints, but it's people that aren't even here, that don't even live in the building. No, bro, like it's crazy, man. It's like we have so many haters that go out of their way, man, and they may or may not watch a certain loser duo in Canada, or they may or may not watch some other content creators that they like L3 or whatever. But it's crazy to me how these wild fans like go out of nowhere, because I know people that watch us aren't out here complaining and doing harassment claims or going out of their way to go after dudes that hate us. Like we just, people that watch our content just don't do that, right? Well, your guys are over here going to gym, making more money, becoming more successful. I don't have time to sit there and go report Ethan Klein for being a fat piece of shit. It's a waste of time. I wouldn't even do it. Why? I don't like the guy, but I'm not going to sit there and go report his channel. Anus and reach. I'm not going to go out of my way to file a harassment and bullying thing, but they did that to us. They sent all their fans over to our video where we made fun of them, right? And hit us with a whole harassment claim, and then we got a strike for that stuff. Like, bro, it is wild to me how these people do go out of their way to do this crap. I did 2 workouts today. I don't got time to report a bunch of out of shape loser YouTubers that can't even do 2 or 3 pull-ups, that can't even sit around and run a mile. Like, bro, I don't have any respect to fucking sit there and make fun of, and report these guys. Like, for what? It's a waste of my goddamn time. I need to prepare for the show, stay in good shape, keep these waves spinning, right? Self-improve in every way. So what? I don't got time to sit here and report a bunch of mediocre losers. It doesn't make sense, man. We're building a new studio, getting new cameras for y'all, making this shit top tier, man. But yeah, just there's a bunch of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. I figured I'd share a little bit with y'all. But yeah, guys, that's been going on for the better part of a year. First time I revealed it, but yeah, people literally call the building and say there's a noise complaint. Oh, these guys are filming in your thing. These guys are misogynists. These guys are assholes. They hate women. Blah 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 blah.
Misogyny.
And then next thing you know, the owners of the building are not happy and they talk shit or whatever. So fuck them. I bought my own shit, and they could go suck a dick for all I could fucking care.
I think it's mostly girls that report.
Yeah, or other times where we've like kicked girls off the show.
Mm-hmm.
And they go downstairs and cause a fucking scene.
Yeah.
One girl actually attacked the valet guy. I forgot to tell you about that.
No way, Jose?
Yeah, one chick actually attacked the fucking valet guy.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
Well, it was another.
What valet guy?
It was a little. He was a little
I'm
younger.
worried.
I know what you're talking about.
Nick, he left.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Probably because of that.
Probably, yeah. I mean, like, bro, like somebody said, like, yo, it's fucking wild, man. They get kicked off the show. They go and complain. One girl attacked the fucking valet guy because she didn't want to pay $10 for her car to go get her car. Like, yo, it is wild, man.
Yeah, I've noticed that every time you kick them, because you guys don't cover the valet when they're over
Yeah, now we just cover the valet. We don't want no headaches.
because
Fuck it.
they're getting kicked out. They just get so mad because they're not getting paid their valet. It's crazy.
It's like $10, bro. And this chick threw a fucking fit and like attacked the guy and everything. And he had it on
crazy.
video. We put it on Patreon. But yo, it was crazy. She threw the podium over. Like, yo.
She threw the podium?
She threw the podium over.
Oh my god.
And she like went and attacked him. You had to call the cops. She got arrested.
Jeez.
It was a chick.
She like Bobby Schmurder.
Yeah, the girl that looks like, yeah, there we go.
what? Like what?
The girl, she looks like Bobby Schmurder. She had been on the episode. It was her birthday. She had like blue hair.
Well, the valet was the second time. I remember the valet was the second time.
Yeah, I gotta see what the chat said, nigga.
Yeah.
You should pull that picture of that person because I don't know who that is. How she looked like.
Huh? What was that?
How she looked like.
She was, well, obviously, of a certain skin color. That's darker than me.
Hey y'all!
Had blue hair. Okay.
Oh,
Looked like Bobby Schmurda. And Ghetto and Ratchet, it was her birthday, and we kicked her off the show because she was being annoying as hell. And then she went downstairs and started her whole problem with the funky valet guy. And that's just one instance.
Well, she took the toupee off during the incident.
Did she?
Yeah, she at that. So the first time
Is
she
that
was
shit
there,
on Locals?
the first time she was there.
Bro, was it
yes,
on Locals?
Yes.
All right, then just go to CastleClub.tv, bro. CastleClub.tv. If
You're
y'all want to
gonna
go
see
that
she
shit.
had a whole different type of toupee, but low boy, whatever. I think probably as much as hair as Myron. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
bro. Just
yo, she just man. I don't want to spoil too much, bro.
yeah, man. Clown world shit, bro. Clown world
Bobby
shit. So yeah,
Schmurda.
we got chicks that get kicked off, getting mad, starting scenes. We got angry feminists calling into the building saying that there's a misogynist filming the podcast. We got Anus and Reach and L3 fans calling in saying that we're assholes and whatever, and we're getting we're filming this shit at the building, right? Saying that we're racist or whatever. So yeah,
I just googled the rapper.
yeah, she looks like him. Yeah, she does look like him. Some of y'all OGs know exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all know what episode I'm talking about.
Oh my god, you guys are so
yeah.
creative.
Yeah, man. So yeah, we got yeah, so it is what it is. So we're moving to a new spot, bro. Fuck it. It is what it is. Haters gonna hate, man. People trying to say, oh, you guys are getting evicted. Nah, they're just not renewing the lease, so we gotta go somewhere else. It is what it is, bro. For all the fucking dumbass haters out there. What?
Sorry,
I
just saw the guy. I didn't know who that was.
She does look like him. She does look like him. She does definitely look like Bobby Schmurda. But yeah, you guys know exactly what we're talking about. That watched the Fresh and Fit podcast. Y'all know which episode that was. That was some fucking clown world shit, man. Ratchet as fuck, man. But it's on Locals. CastleClub.tv, guys. It's over there. Go check it out. CastleClub.tv if you guys want to support the mission, support the show. We're trying to build it up. To build an army over there. So if we ever get castled off YouTube or wherever, y'all know exactly where to find us, CastleClub.tv.
I heard that a certain piece of the last show is on Castle TV too.
Sorry, what?
A certain piece of the last show because it's not on Rumble. I don't know why. It's not on
It's
Rumble.
there now. It's there now. Yeah, Rumble had like a glitch. It's there now, though.
A
It's up now.
glitch? Okay.
Yeah. But if y'all want to see the behind the scenes of us kicking off those girls, they were talking shit about you, Angie.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that day I was walking here. I was coming from dinner with a friend, and Icy was texting me, "Yo, Angie, watch the show, watch the show." And I don't know what the fuck was going on. And then I wanted to watch it, and it wasn't on Rumble. So, and yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody was like, "Yeah, look on locals and shit." So.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. It's up now on Rumble. I guess like sometimes like there's glitches and stuff like that. You know, people are trying to. The Matrix is definitely trying to take Rumble down, man. There's people that don't want Rumble to exist for obvious reasons. So that happens every now and then. But it's up now. If you guys want to see the behind the scenes of them getting kicked off, we have that on CastleClub.tv. One of the girls was like, I knew I was gonna get along with Myron, blah 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 blah, and she was mad because like I sent her a DM like months ago, and I said, "You're kind of cute. What's your number?" Or you're hey, you're not bad looking or something like that. And she didn't like that. Like, what, you want me to fucking kiss your ass and be like, "Oh, you're so hot, yeah, like let me get your like no, bro, like no, like what the hell?" And here's the other thing too. Yo, I didn't even recognize her. And then I went and I looked back and I was like, bro, she don't even look like her pictures. Like, what the hell? Like, yo, I hate Instagram, bro. Like, I hate Instagram. Like, when she said that, I was like, who are you? Like, when she said, you DM'd me before and I left you on scene. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, well, number one, I don't remember this
She
chick.
thought she ate.
Yeah, yeah. And then I looked, and I was like, oh. And I went back and I looked, and I did find a DM. It's hilarious. I actually went back and liked it, too.
She thought she would like embarrass you. And
You
stuff.
went back and
I went back and liked it. Hold on, let me see. I'll show you how this is.
That show was entertaining. I watched it after. It was very entertaining. I can say I laughed a lot.
Bro, these chicks really be thinking like I'll remember them and shit. Like I don't fucking remember you. Then on top of that, you don't even look like your pictures. Like what the fuck, man? So and then y'all are evil, by the way, in the chat. She said, "Oh, I don't have any nudes." Yo, dude sent Mo a million nudes
right away.
5
5 minutes.
This chick is cap.
Drop the cap.
That was literally like 5 minutes.
Yo, they sent him video of her giving BJ's, bro. Yeah,
Busting it wide open, bro.
What are BJ's?
a blowjob.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like they sent video of her like giving BJ's and all, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm devout to God. I'm a God loves me. I'm a Christian." She has a thing, but I need to be on OnlyFans for 2 more months.
No way. I watched the last part of the show, and the first that I thought when I saw them was Hocus Pocus. If you guys watch the movie Hocus Pocus, you'll see the witches. Literally the 3 girls. Like, Mo, you should pull up a picture. Search Hocus Pocus so people will like have an idea of these girls. But it was so funny. The show was very entertaining. I was laughing throughout the whole time. I didn't even get mad or anything about what they said. It was just funny to me, honestly. You seeing it, Mo? Literally, that's literally them. Show like the picture of them on the thing.
Oh, I got you.
It's literally them. It's funny. But yeah, I mean, thank you, Myron, for defending me. That was very sweet.
Yeah.
But these girls,
And then
like, didn't deserve
she
it.
posted a story saying like, "I wonder if this girl looks like this." And in my head, I was
Looks
like,
what?
she
What?
posted like a dumbass bathroom selfie of herself. Someone sent it to me, saying, "I wonder if his girl
No
looks
way
like
she
this."
did that.
Yeah, she did, dude.
Oh my god, that's
She
so
did.
lame.
She did.
That's so
And
lame.
I sent a laughing emoji to her on that story. Like, bro, come on, man.
Jeez. It would have been funny if I was here that day, but
It would have been even funnier.
it was
But yeah, I mean that's I mean you really can't like yo. I was like, yo, what the hell is going on? Like we're literally clown world, bro.
I swear.
Yo, what
Oh
the
my
fuck?
Yes.
Bomba clot, bro.
Bro.
Yep.
Bomboclat.
I mean, 3 chicks in their 30s that literally have hundreds of bodies between the 3 of them and talking smack. I mean, it was just like, bro, whatever. Your girlfriend's stupid. And I'm like, dude, she's like trying to say like, she's stupid. Like she doesn't have any like morals or respect for herself. And I was like, You get smashed on OnlyFans. What are you talking about?
That's crazy. I'm actually Christian.
Yeah, the blondie, like, I was like, are you fucking dumb? Like, you're actually literally getting banged on OnlyFans on the internet. Like,
Oh my God.
what are you, and you sound like you smoke 10 cigarettes. Like, what's going on here? Oh my God, your girlfriend's so stupid. She's so dumb. She lets you do what you want while she stays at home. Oh my God. And I'm just like, oh my, dude, what the hell?
That's
No wonder
such
that pilot left. That nigga said, fuck this, bro.
But
I'd rather jump out of a plane. That's why she left it, because he was jumping out of planes too much. He was like, you know what? I might not deploy this parachute.
You'd rather be DB Cooper, like.
Yeah. He'd rather be DB Cooper than deal with her ass, bro. Holy. Which we did an episode on DB Cooper, by the way, guys. Go check that one out.
Yeah, go check it out.
We did an episode on that nigga DB Cooper'd her. He jumped out the plane. Nobody's seen him since.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
But no, the blonde girl she looks possessed the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
I was watching this stream and I was
she
like,
had that
what
evil
is
laugh.
wrong with this girl? Like, she won't stop smiling.
You ever see that movie Smile? Bro, she's just like this all that.
No, man, don't do it. I'm not gonna see you. We've been through this. We've been through this already. I'm not gonna see you. No. Mm-mm. No. Because I did watch that movie and I had nightmares for like a week. So no. No. I know what he's doing. I don't even look at the fucking monitors here. Guys, stop! Jeez. Stop.
What the Yo, what the fuck? Yo, what are y'all doing? Bro, what are yo? Bro, what is it y'all doing? What is
He always does that. He always does that. It's crazy. I'm looking at my.
Yo, but the bitch did look like that dude from Smile. Y'all see that movie? Yo, she literally.
You really look scary.
That movie is wild though. Y'all need to go see it, bro. That shit is fucking crazy.
Look at Myron, I'm sweating.
That movie is fucking crazy. What you laughing at, woman? I'll smile again.
No, please don't. It's really scary. It's really scary.
Y'all see how short Angie really is, bro. Fucking midget.
Damn.
Misogyny.
Hey, I'm 5'3", okay?
That's it?
Yeah. I'm actually taller than my mom. My mom is 5.
God damn.
5 foot.
Shout out to your moms though.
Mo. It's not fighting Mo.
And then we did the whole na shit to kick them off too, which is even funnier.
What's the na? Oh, the na. Yeah. I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed
That was scary.
me chasing Angie around the studio with a smile on my face.
Crazy smile. He did it once before.
That movie was weird though.
It was so scary.
I will tell y'all this. You guys need to go see that movie. It's fucking weird, bro.
Yeah,
Have you seen it, Mo?
Mm-mm.
No?
Nope.
Smile?
Nope.
It was on theaters like at the beginning of this year or
Yeah.
last year.
What has the audience seen it? What are they saying?
Yeah, I think so.
Let me get my glasses because I'm blind. I can't see anything here.
Well, you blind as bad.
Yeah, man. It's tough. It's tough out here for me.
You know, it's crazy because I love horror movies, but I get scared the shit out of me. Like they get scared. Yeah, it's not funny.
Oh, you be jumping and all that?
Yeah, it's crazy. We went to see a movie. It was trash. It was so bad, and I was scared the whole time.
Which one?
The one that we saw of the hand when you like grab the hand and like you remember the Australian one?
The Australian one. What's the name of that one? When the hand let me in.
Let me in.
Yeah. Let me in.
Movie it's trash. It's just trash.
It wasn't trash. It was okay.
It was bad.
It was okay.
It was very bad. What's the worst movie you guys ever seen? Horror movie.
The worst horror movie?
The worst.
Like scariest or something?
Yeah. Like worst.
Damn. There's a lot of bad horror movies, man.
Yeah, because
No,
most horror
like
movies are bad. Most horror movies are bad. That's like a fact. But there are good, some that are good. For example, like the worst I ever seen in my life.
Chucky is corny.
Come on. Yeah, but
Chucky
Chucky
is
gave me
corny.
nightmares though.
Yeah.
When I was like a kid. The worst I ever seen is Hereditary.
What?
Hereditary.
Oh, Hereditary.
Yeah.
I never seen that one.
It's horrible.
The scary movies are pretty lame too, but those are more like comedies, so I won't even count those.
Yeah, but there are
horror
some
movies.
like the director of Hereditary is doing like horror movies.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's not scary. That's the scream. That's funny.
What's that?
It's a
Okay.
wrestling reference. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a wrestling reference.
Okay.
What's your favorite scary movie? What's that?
Yeah, Chucky. People saying Jeepers Creepers. Oh, people are saying The Exorcist was trash. Damn.
Really?
The Exorcist is actually good, but
Yeah,
it
it's
was
not
it's
bad.
from the 70s, so
Yeah, it's old.
that's
It's
why
old,
you
so-
guys might think that it's bad.
I like Halloween wasn't bad.
Halloween is trash.
That piano.
Halloween is trash.
Oh, you're a hater, bro.
Really? You think it's
is.
trash?
It's just a guy chasing people. I'm talking about real horror movies.
That is a real horror movie.
Like The Ring, for example.
What? How's that not a real horror
The
movie?
Ring was lame. PG-13
What?
movies are not it. PG-13
You guys are
horror
too
movies.
old. Like all the movies I'm saying were horrible in their time. Yeah.
What?
The Witch, horrible. It's horrible. You guys should see it.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Um,
Anyways.
Yeah, we got to get back to our boy Aaron
Dear
Hernandez.
Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah. Let's hit some of these chats on Rumble Rants, and then guys, if you want to super chat to the show, I forgot to mention this. It's fnfsuperchat.com. Again, it's fnfsuperchat.com. If you guys want to super chat into the show, Streamlabs link is attached, is pinned at the top or top of the description, and then it'll get shown up on screen just like a regular super chat, man. So what do we got here? Well. Studio Q goes, Myron, content is king. With the new studio, enable different types of shows, like how the large studio with the Saucecast allowed an audience and more women, or is the new studio just a copy of the current one? No, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different, but it's gonna be similar, right? We really like our Miami type vibe, so you know, with the lights and everything else like that. Yeah, you know, we have a theme, guys. Grand Theft Auto Vice City. What else we got here?
What? I didn't know that. What?
Grand Theft Auto Vice City, right behind you.
The
Yeah.
video game.
The video game, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
I played it.
What else do we got here? Lyrical Roses goes, damn, I wish for this type of love. Okay, Lyrical Roses. Michaka goes, every time I need motivation, I just watch Myron Reels to get me back on track. Yeah, bro.
You should post reels of you working out, Myron. Like doing like full up, like.
No, I don't want them to know what I'm doing yet. Y'all only see half of my workouts. They don't see the other half.
But the ones that you post, like real sets of exercises.
Oh,
That's what I mean.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant
yeah.
the other
No.
classified stuff.
Yeah. No.
Hmm?
I mean like the ones that you post. You know.
Oh,
Like
okay.
real
okay,
exercises.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Like
I
teaching
could
people how
post.
to-
Yeah, I've been meaning to do that for a while. Like post it on locals, post my actual workout, and like live stream it for y'all, so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing, and the rest I'm taking in between sets and stuff like that. And then the other stuff, I can't document it right now, but you guys will see it in effect soon enough. Trust me, you guys will see it soon enough in effect.
You guys, there is a series that I'm making where like try to imitate Myron's exercises, and it's so hard, it's so fucking hard. Of course, there are like mostly male exercises.
If you guys want to see
just,
how
like,
inferior women are to men, go ahead and look at her Instagram stories and how she tries to do the workouts. It hurts. I can't do it.
That's not funny. Come on, like I've been working out for like 6 months. Myron's been doing this for years. It's not even funny.
Man, just reminds me how inferior women really are. Just to see Angie in the airport. She be carrying her bags. She can't keep up.
That was
It's
in,
so
like,
slow as hell. I'm like, just give me her bag. You ever see that movie Mulan?
Yeah.
When they're playing that, I'll make a man out of you.
I
And they're
will
like-
make a man
And
out of you.
Mulan's all weak ass, just like, she falls. And then the fucking trainer guy, the leader, just takes the thing from her and just keeps running. You fucking slow. That's me and her at the airport.
But then Mulan gets stronger and she actually surpassed everybody. Oh my God! Come on, misogyny. Press that button. Mo.
Misogyny.
Like,
Misogyny.
then Mulan surpassed the
Misogyny.
co-workers, their friends.
The other soldiers, you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, she didn't surpass them, but she
she
got
does.
as fit as them, kind of.
If you keep watching the movie, you can see her like actually lifting after them. And,
Well, that movie ain't real anyway. It's Disney.
You see, like he contradicts himself a lot.
Misogyny.
So anyway, yeah. So yeah, that's that. Y'all seen that movie, right?
No,
Mulan?
but I actually do try to like do his exercises to see if when like I get stronger and like with more practice I can get to do them actually with the weights that not exactly the weights because this man is like lifting like almost 300 pounds. It's insane. 200. How much do you lift? Like 270?
Well, I mean, I work my
That's
way up to the
insane.
heavy set, and then and it's not like that heavy. You know what I mean? I'm not like lifting that heavy. I just do a lot. I do a lot of sets and volume and stuff. So
It's not that heavy. Have you seen the clip of Nico trying to lift a 45 and Myron is like just easily like another day in the gym.
well,
and it's Nico
that
is
took
like
years of training.
It's so funny.
Took years of patience and training.
Of course, it
Yeah,
takes
yeah.
years. It takes time.
Yeah.
It takes effort. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like right
But
now,
yeah,
I'm struggling.
it's
and
funny.
It's funny.
She puts it on her stories, and it's pretty funny because she'll
Yeah.
try to copy what I'm doing, and then y'all want to see how inferior women are. It's
and
pretty
also,
funny.
Myron posts of these like hard rock songs in his stories, and
I like 80s classic rock.
Yeah, and I just was like, do badu 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 badu.
And then the other thing I was gonna say, what we were talking about before you guys will see the classified training in full soon enough. All right,
Yeah,
you will
he's-
see it.
He's turning into a turtle.
You guys will see it. All
A
right.
ninja turtle.
This fist is gonna be on someone's face very soon. Pause. Ow. All right. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. Anyway.
Yeah, you wanna be a Power Ranger?
Oh man.
Go Power Rangers!
It's gonna be worse than that.
Wait, Angie, what you know about that? We supposed to be.
I used to watch Power Rangers.
We supposed to be the old ones.
Come on, how old are Power
Bro,
Rangers?
your parents didn't even kiss by the time Power Rangers came.
What?
All right, we got to get into this goddamn thing. We've been yapping now for
Yeah.
what? How long?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
we-
must hate
yeah.
us. The chat must hate us.
Yeah, we got a 1.4K y'all in here. Yo, guys, do me a favor. Can you guys like the video? Hopefully you guys enjoyed me chasing Angie around the studio and the movie Smile. Gave them some free promo. They better send me a check, goddammit.
Now Angie's gonna go through some.
Yeah, she's gonna have some trouble.
Emotional
She got some trouble.
damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep in my bed tonight.
Yeah, well, good. Every time okay, what else do we got here? And then we got Kingstat goes, I'm glad that you kicked out those 3 old ass bitches off of Friday's show because they were way out of pocket. Yeah, they were. They were getting annoying, bro. I tried to like be patient about it, but I was like, you know what, man? Fuck this shit. Get out of here. Like these OnlyFans whores, like they like. I look at it like, especially OnlyFans, like it's amazing to me how like OnlyFans girls come on and disrespect. Because I'm like, you fucking dumbass sluts. Like y'all don't really have a platform like that. No one really gives a fuck about y'all. You guys are on Instagram. I don't consider Instagram for real. Because like, it's not real, man. It just isn't. So like, y'all are actually getting opportunity to be on a way bigger platform. None of you bitches have a YouTube. No one knows who the fuck y'all are. And then you act crazy and do this stupid shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
And it was an opportunity for
It's an
them
opportunity for
to-
y'all. Like
to
this,
be
like
here.
that's how I really be looking at it. Like it's an opportunity for you guys. You come in here, act crazy. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah.
So
Even the girl that was trying to apologize to you, she was like, she wouldn't shut up.
yeah, man. Well, she was one of them. You know.
No way.
Yeah.
How do you? Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yep. For sure.
Damn.
So I'm not surprised. What else do we got here? Dark Sonoros, Angelica. What?
Angelica Monteves. como Karol G.
That's very sweet. Thank you. But I
saying
don't,
she
I
looks
don't
like Karol
consider
G.
Karol G attractive, to be honest. But thank you.
You're saying that because she's Colombian.
No, she's not really attractive.
Yeah, Angie is racist towards other Hispanics.
Misogyny.
No.
But we're on YouTube, so we gotta. All right, WMO Viva la Raza Hispana way.
Raza.
Viva la raza, way.
yeah, the
Dímelo,
The
way.
Eddie Guerrero stuff.
It's more of a general term.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of where Eddie Guerrero got
Yeah.
it from. Like long
Viva
live
la
the
raza
race.
hispana, yeah.
Yeah,
Ándale.
and he Mexican.
Yeah,
Mo, hit me with
ándale.
that.
Meet me at the altar in your white dress. We ain't getting no younger. We might as well do it. Girl, you are the one, girl. I must confess. Girl, let's just get married. I just want to get married.
Oh,
Yeah, that's gonna be
yeah.
on the list, by the way, guys. As That's absolutely going to be on the list of some of the top Sim songs. Jagged Edge, Let's Get Married. So don't worry, my friend. Myron, I only got to tell you one thing, sir. I'm not fucking leaving. I worked out my damn neck today. 9 sets till failure. Let's fuck go. The show goes on. Shout out to you, bro.
9 sets. Shout out to you, Tridiglets.
Worked out my damn neck. Oh, are you a boxer, bro? Is that why? You did neck exercise? Pause.
Ow!
No, that sounds very
I think
fruity,
that's
but...
an expression.
Oh, okay.
9 sets is insane.
He'll clarify. Thank you so much, Three Diglets. I appreciate that, my friend. What else do we got here?
That's it, because the other ones are...
Oh, okay. All right, they're making fun of that? Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, y'all got no chill on Rumble, bro. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay. So we're going to go ahead, guys, and cover the Aaron Hernandez case today. Sorry, I know you guys probably tuned in and were like, what are these guys talking about today? Chasing around studios and Smile and what's going on here? We got 1.1K y'all watching on Rumble, and then we got another 1.4K y'all watching on YouTube. Like the video, please, on YouTube, and like it on Rumble as well. Follow the channel on Rumble, Fed Reacts. So you guys probably wondering, who is Aaron Hernandez? Let's pull up his wiki real fast.
His wiki. He's from your hometown.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Next door. Bristol is right next door. So, and you know, it's funny.
That's what I wanted to ask you.
I knew,
if you knew.
So, I'll read this first and I'll tell you.
Yeah.
So, Aaron Joseph Hernandez, born November 6, 1989, passed away April 19th, 2017, was an American football tight end. He played in the National Football League, NFL, for 3 seasons with the New England Patriots until his arrest and conviction for the murder of Odin Lloyd. Hernandez played college football at the University of Florida, where he received first-team All-American honors and won the 2008 BCS National Championship game. Due to concerns towards his size and off-the-field incidents, he was not selected until the 4th round of the 2010 NFL Draft by the Patriots, alongside teammate Rob Gronkowski. Hernandez formed one of the league's most dominant tight end duos, becoming the first pair to score at least 5 touchdowns each in consecutive seasons for the same team. He also made I can't read that, Mo.
An appearance
in the NFL Super Bowl. During the 2013 season, Hernandez was arrested and charged for the murder of Lloyd, a semi-professional player who was dating the sister of Hernandez's fiance. Following his arrest, Hernandez was immediately released by the Patriots. He was found guilty of first-degree murder in 2015 and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole at the Sousa Barnowski Correctional Center. While on trial for Lloyd's murder, Hernandez was also indicted for the 2012 double homicide of Daniel De Abreu and Safiro Furtado. He was acquitted after a 2017 trial. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into the documentary that we have here. Angie, do you have anything before we get into this?
Can you explain to the people what acquitted?
Acquitted means means he was not found guilty and the charges were dropped. And also, I want to say real fast, as you guys know, I grew up in New Britain, Connecticut, and I was in high school at the same time that Aaron Hernandez was.
Yeah.
And I remember vividly at the time.
He has the same age as you, almost.
Yeah, he's a year older than I am.
Yeah.
So I was in New Britain High School, guys. He was in Bristol. Bristol was like one of our rivals because New Britain High was a very good football team. You guys, anyone from Connecticut knows hard-hitting New Britain. My friend, good childhood friend of mine, Jordan Reed, and his brother David Reed, both played at New Britain High for a period of time. And I think David had competed against Aaron Hernandez at one point. Because at the time, this is like, man, what year was this? This is like 2005, 2006-ish. Aaron Hernandez was the number 1 tight end in the country in high school. So, and at the time, David was one of the top receivers in the country.
So he was like 16, 17?
Yeah.
Back then?
Yeah, he was like a sophomore or junior around that time. Or maybe even, was he a senior? Maybe he was a senior because he was a year older than me. But either way, around that time, he was definitely the number 1 tight end in the country, and Bristol was a rival of New Britain. So was Southington, because they all had pretty good football programs. But yeah, I remember when we played against them, it was a big deal. And then I remember him getting drafted. But he had played against, I think he played against David. And did Jordan ever? No, I don't think Jordan ever played for New Britain. Jordan went to New London. But either way, I just remember that era in high school.
He was very athletic. Like he will play also basketball.
Yes,
and like
he played basketball too.
Yeah.
And I think he ran track as well for a bit.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Aaron Hernandez was definitely a star athlete, guys. He was number 1 in the country at one point when I was in high school. So I definitely knew who he was. Because Connecticut, we don't get athletes like that. So whenever you have one, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know?
I can
So
imagine.
yeah, it was a big deal.
I was wondering if you have people in common with him because he's like almost your age. So.
Yeah. I never knew him. I never met him personally. I never knew him, but Jordan and David knew him because they compete against him, and those are I grew up with them.
Okay.
You know, I always credit David Reed for being a part of the reason why I think bullying is a good thing, because we used to get bullied by him all the time. You can pull up his thing. We'll shout David out, man. I got to give him a shout out. I give David Reed and his little brother Jordan Reed. Jordan Reed was like one of my best friends growing up in my childhood. We used to play sports every single day, and we'd play pickup basketball. And David was like a couple years older than us, and we'd play against them, and we'd always lose and get our asses kicked and everything else like that. And they used to bully the hell out of us, but it was good because it forced us to like grow, adapt, become better. We'd be in the basketball court practicing at like 5, 6 in the morning because we're like, yo, we're gonna beat them. We're eventually gonna beat them. It kept us motivated to do something. Like we never did drugs. Me and Jordan were like always playing sports, staying away from doing stupid stuff. And it was through the motivation of wanting to become better and competing that kept us away from doing stupid shit. So I will always credit David for bullying the fuck out of us and keeping us honest, keeping us hungry, keeping us athletic, keeping us trying. So, and then Jordan ended up, David, I think, played for the Ravens for a bit. And then his brother, Jordan, ended up playing for the Redskins and then the 49ers. And I think he just recently retired. So shout out to both of them, man. It was definitely a great childhood growing up in hard-hitting New Britain, not being a pussy, going and playing basketball over at, for anyone that's from New Britain, you guys are going to know exactly what I'm talking about. Stanley Quarter Park and then AW Stanley Quarter Park. Right down the street from each other. We used to play at those two basketball courts the most. So, for any of you guys from New Britain, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. And we also used to play at CCSU, Central Connecticut State University. They have good basketball courts there. We used to play against the college kids, and we used to get our asses kicked in the beginning, but then we got to a point where we got so good we started smacking them around, so it was good.
How far is Bristol from New Britain?
It's close. Like
close?
10, 15-minute drive at most.
Okay.
We're talking like 10 miles. So all in the 860 Central Connecticut area. Yeah, very close. Very, very close. There was a mosque there that I used to go to as a kid for Sunday school, right in Bristol, on like the Berlin Turnpike. So, damn, I'm really going down memory lane right now on this one. So yeah. Anyone from Connecticut, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Route 515, the Berlin Turnpike, right there. There's a mosque. And there's a subway across the street from it, and I think there's batting cages right there, too. That's where I used to go for Sunday school as a kid. And then we used to play basketball at, like I said before, Stanley Quarter Park, CCSU, and we also used to play at AW Stanley Park down the street. And they were all close within each other, so if one park was whack, we'd go to another one, etc. Good times, man. Good times.
Real quick before we go into the documentary, I kind of want to remember you guys when Myron explained the difference between grand jury and trial jury. So acquittal, which I had to look it up because I didn't know what that meant. That's what this guy got for most of his cases because he got arrested a bunch of times. So acquittal is when the prosecution has failed to prove that the accused is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of the charge presented. So I think it's important so you guys keep that in mind because you see why this guy, got acquitted most of his cases.
I got the same Punisher mug. Can you pull that back up, Mo? Yeah, I got the same Punisher mug. Love the show. Was waiting for this one. His Twitter got hacked after he got convicted. Still waiting on the Max B case. Oh, yeah. We'll do Max B as well. The Silver Surfer, as they would call him. And that's right here, the Silver Surfer right now. Max B basically was a rapper. They used to write a lot of Jim Jones lyrics back in the day. What was that, Mo?
He's singing.
I said, woo woo.
Yeah. He used to write a lot
Jim
of...
Jones is the one that we were singing at McDonald's when you...
Yes. I did he write that? He might have even written that hook for We Fly High. Mo, did he write
it?
Fly high.
I don't think so.
Did he write that?
I'm not sure. That's not, but although that's not so far off, it wouldn't be far off because at that time Jim Jones was just kind of leaving Dipset?
Yeah, he wrote a lot of Jim Jones stuff. He wrote a lot of the hooks
Okay,
for the diplomats in that era. But we will cover Max B. What they're wondering, for the chat that's wondering who the hell's Max B, guys, he was a rapper that got convicted of robbery and murder in New Jersey after his girl like set up this dude, and him and another guy allegedly broke into the hotel, shot and killed the guy over like a couple $1,000s. So we'll cover that as well. And he's serving time for it. But if I'm not mistaken, he got like 80 or 90 years because he fought the case and lost. It got he's eligible for parole way sooner than that now, so he might actually get out soon. You were saying something, Angie?
Yeah, talking about Jim Jones, this case, Aaron Hernandez won against Jim Jones on the poll this week. So we probably have to cover Jim Jones eventually.
Jim Jones, the guy that like killed his people? Not Jim Jones, the rapper. Jim Jones, the guy that kills people, right?
Yeah, not Jim Jones, the rapper.
It's
the guy that
the other one,
like he kind of like made like a mass suicide in a jungle in Guyana. I think it was in the 70s. It was a big case because it's the biggest mass suicide case in the whole United States.
Okay. All right. Cool. Where are we at here, Mo? So let's pull up this doc. And guys, we got 1.4K, 1.5K y'all watching right now. Like the video on YouTube, please. All right, let's get the likes up, and then we got another. Let's see here. 1.1K y'all watching on Rumble. So like the video on Rumble. Open up a tab, like it on YouTube as well. Y'all going crazy on the Rumble chat over here, so I can see. Okay, let's run a documentary. We're gonna pause it for commentary here and there between me, Mo, and Angie. And yeah, let's go ahead.
Today, for a number of years, the majority of people were not aware of the link.
Oh, and what YouTube? This is called The Case of Aaron Hernandez. What YouTube channel made this, Mo? Let's give them a shout out.
Yes, I guys, please pay attention to this, the beginning of this documentary right here, because he's gonna explain what
let's give him a like.
CTE is.
Dreading Crime and Psychology. So yeah, shout out to him, man. Yeah, right. Show some support.
You know why? Now.
For the algo. And guys, if you don't mind, comment below this video for the algo. It helps a lot on YouTube. Like the video, subscribe. And then yep.
You know why now I chose this one.
All right. Let's hit subscribe on it too, Mo. Show some support. All right. Let's run the clip. Or run the doc.
Between repeated hits to the head and rapid brain degeneration. Chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or as it's more commonly known as CTE, was first observed by Dr. Harrison Martland in professional boxers. Harrison noted that boxers appeared to lack certain cognitive functions during a fight, and those functions would take a long time to return. Older boxers likewise seemed to lose certain cognitive abilities as they aged, and many exhibited similar symptoms. Young men who participated in the sport would lose their memories and have difficulties in social environments where they used to thrive. Dr. Martland thusly posited that it was possible that the repeated strikes to the head might be the cause of irreversible damage to the brain, and that it could likewise cause them to lose certain brain function entirely. Increased study into what Martland labeled punch-drunk syndrome would show that men and women who participated in contact-heavy sports or were struck repeatedly in the head throughout their lives would go on to experience a litany of similar symptoms. These symptoms would often materialize within a decade, long after the blows to the head in their daily lives had stopped. Symptoms of early-stage CTE would include confusion, disorientation, dizziness, and headaches. In most cases, these symptoms would be overlooked or misdiagnosed, as they could be attributed to something else as little as not drinking enough water or standing too fast. However, they would then escalate to memory loss, social instability, impulsive behavior, and poor judgment. In most cases of CTE that have been observed, doctors have described their patients forgetting where they are, feeling lost and isolated, and lashing out towards those around them in their fear. Everything around them feels scary and dangerous, leading them to potentially hurting their loved ones in a confused bout of self-preservation or fear. This can also lead to incredibly impulsive behavior, especially in terms of spending. Many former athletes who have dealt with CTE have had people deliberately take advantage of their confusion and prey on them, usually taking their savings as their own and manipulating them into bad decision-making. In the final stages of CTE, the patients are slated to deal with dementia, movement disorders, hypomania, speech impediments, sensory processing disorder, tremors, vertigo, deafness, depression, and suicidality. Many patients suffering from CTE go into deep depression, often remembering their years of athleticism with contempt and anger, as they spent the entirety of their life at the peak of physical health, only to feel as if they've been let down by their bodies. Their brain degeneration leads them to feeling useless and dependent upon others, something that they grow to resent. Welcome back to another episode of Dreading, or if this is your first time here, welcome. Today we are going to be covering the case of Aaron Hernandez, the football star who almost got away with murder. This case came as a request from one of our viewers, and the more I researched this case, the stranger it became. There have been multiple books, podcasts, and documentaries dedicated solely to this subject, and my hope, as always, is to provide all the relative facts to you in this video.
Pause.
That way, you can come to your own conclusion.
This is why I have a lot of respect for guys that are involved in, contact sports, whether it's combat, football, etc. A lot of times, man, these guys end up really taking a beating that's going to affect them for the rest of their lives, man. I mean, it's a very difficult sport, football, and then any type of combat sport, boxing, MMA. We're entertained like, woo, yeah, that's awesome. But, you don't see the long-term effects of how these individuals end up later on in life. I mean, if you guys want an example, like look at someone like Muhammad Ali, right? Legend. Mm-hmm. But if you look at him later on in life, he was shaking all the time, had very bad memory, damn near couldn't speak. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times you have to pay the cost to be involved in some of these sports. So, yeah, much respect, man. Very, very difficult.
In this case of specifically of Aaron Hernandez raised a lot of awareness through the NFL players and in this year when he died, because 2017, because of what happened to his brain and what he had on his brain. He was actually one of the at least 345 NFL players to be diagnosed after death.
After death?
Yeah.
Yeah, when they looked at his brain?
Most of the NFL players get diagnosed after death.
You know what's crazy right now that no one wants to admit it? Antonio Brown, bro. He's fucking crazy, man.
Oh,
he's a football player. Yeah. He's done a couple podcast interviews. He's fucking crazy, bro. I saw his interview on Valuetainment. Shout out to Patrick Bet David. Yep. Did a fantastic job of handling that. But he was unhinged, bro. On some weirdo type stuff. And other interviews I've seen, I'm like, what? What's going on here? But I think a part of it is from getting hit on the head so much, and he just doesn't want to address it. So
he's actually recently admitted to that.
Oh, he finally admitted?
Yeah.
That is crazy?
That's crazy.
So, man, took long enough. He used to go crazy on anyone that would I think PBD brought the topic up and he went wild.
Yeah.
He was saying the CTE really hitting me these days.
Yeah, bro. You get cracked like that, for years, it's going to affect you in some way. So.
Yeah, he says in Wikipedia says that researchers described Aaron Hernandez as the most severe case of CTE medically seen in a person at his age. Wow. That's why it raised so much awareness in NFL players.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get back to it.
I'll be putting all of my sources in the description box down below. That way you can check the veracity for yourself before you come to your own conclusion. I highly recommend the book, The Truth About Aaron, by his brother, Jonathan Hernandez, as it explores Aaron's life extremely thoroughly. Before I begin, I do want to let you know that I have begun posting videos in audio-only format over on Spotify. This has been something I've wanted to do since the beginning of this channel, but I lacked the knowledge of how to do so, and didn't have the time to learn between my full-time job, researching, writing, and editing these videos. But since I've been able to make this my full-time career, thanks to your support, we were able to make that happen. You can find us under the name Dreading Crime and Psychology and listen anywhere. I am currently in the process of uploading every video in audio-only format, so there will be daily content posted to Spotify. But after we are caught up, the Spotify version of the videos will be uploaded the day after our
go
videos.
Support him on Spotify, guys.
Here today. Let us begin.
And his Patreon. What was that? Before we get into this.
Yeah, Will Smith made a movie based on these cases. It's really good. You guys should look it up. It's called Concussion. It explains Who
made a movie on this?
Will Smith.
Oh, Will Smith. Okay.
Yeah, on the CTE. It's crazy. You guys should watch it.
All right. Hopefully Jada ain't in it.
No, she wasn't.
Dumb whore. All right.
Misogyny.
Before we talk about Aaron, we have to talk about his father. Dennis Hernandez was a complicated man. He was extremely well-liked in his community of Bristol, Connecticut, with seemingly everyone knowing who he was. He'd been a football star when he was in high school, and he had become somewhat of a local legend after graduating and attending the University of Connecticut. Everyone knew him from his glory days, and believed that he had the potential to go all the way to the NFL. When speaking about Dennis, people would always mention football, even though it had been years since he played. In the latter years of his life, he had multiple run-ins with the law, stemming from his abuse of cocaine. He worked as a janitor at start a high school in the area. He hadn't been able to make his hometown hero dreams come true, and it seemed that everyone around him knew better than to talk about that or it would lead to a fight. Going out with Dennis meant being stopped by some stranger who simply had to talk about some wild caper they went on. He was funny, charismatic, and charming, and would make everyone he knew smile at the drop of a hat. But that was only one side of Dennis, as he was also an incredibly demanding alcoholic, and in his close relationships, incredibly abusive. This was especially true in his relationship with his wife, Terry Valentine, and their sons, Dennis Jonathan and Aaron Hernandez. Jonathan, who at the time went by DJ, and Aaron's home life was surrounded by chaos, as their father would often, without provocation, fly into a rage. If he didn't like the way his sons were standing, or how they were dressed, or really anything about them in particular, he would violently attack them, calling them homophobic slurs as he struck. Before Aaron was in high school, he expressed interest in being a cheerleader like his cousins. He was fascinated by the way they could fly into the air and the cool tricks they could do. They encouraged him to go out for it, as the cheerleading team had very few boys in it, and he excitedly told his parents. But to Dennis, this was unacceptable. He had been a football star, and had an incredibly narrow view of what was acceptable for men to do. Men were supposed to be big, physically imposing, and they were supposed to be fighters. He wanted his sons to follow in his footsteps, to go into football, and the very thought of his son on a football field as a cheerleader was so upsetting, he beat Aaron until the boy understood that cheerleading was for girls. He made sure his sons knew that the worst thing they could do was be girly, and repeatedly made mention of any man who wasn't straight was a piece of shit in his eyes.
Pause.
I think within our household it was extremely difficult.
Oh, my bad. Let's keep going with the toxic masculinity. Keep going.
To approach our mother and father with things that we were experiencing because of their narrow-mindedness and just, their set ways. And it's almost like you sometimes you back away from communicating because not only are you worried about how they're going to take something, but you're worried about the message that's going to come from their mouth and the tone and the way that it's directed at you, which can cause anyone to really keep things in and really question whether or not you feel safe presenting information that you're struggling to understand or overcome within yourself.
If Aaron had gone to your father and said, I have conflicted thoughts on my sexuality,
Yeah.
what would your father have said?
I don't know if he would have been able to finish his sentence. Yeah, I don't at all.
Is that would have hit him with
really
the immediately?
I can't imagine him even being able to, or my dad would have thought he could beat that out of him.
Would he beat your brother and you?
Oh, I don't think beat is really even the word that can be expressed. When you literally have to blow on your brother's wounds because of the creases of a belt or handprint in your body and the burning sensation it has, and have a rule that in your household you can get beat but you stay away from the face so other people can't notice. It really has an effect on the way you approach situations in terms of communicating with others because your safety net is in question because you don't feel safe.
While growing up in this toxic environment, trying to please his father with his athletic prowess, and working hard to fit into his father's ideals, Aaron would be sexually assaulted by an older boy in the neighborhood. According to Jonathan's book, The Truth About Aaron, it began one afternoon in the middle of winter, when Aaron and he were playing with the older boys at their home. The boy asked if Aaron and DJ wanted to play hide and seek, and while DJ hid, Aaron was sexually abused by the older boy. According to Jonathan, this abuse continued for years, and Aaron was terrified that his father would find out. He knew that if he told Dennis what had happened, he would be beaten to a pulp. And it wouldn't be until much later on in life that he would.
Yeah, I have another version that says that he was sexually assaulted by a boy in his babysitter's house. So it was a boy that the babysitter was taking care of as long as them, and he will sexually assault him for years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sick bastards. All right.
Mm-hmm.
would be able to talk about what happened to him. Dennis, for his part, would have simply described himself as a harsh disciplinarian and was proud of how he was raising his kids. Oftentimes, he would tell others about how he beat DJ and Aaron in order to make them men, and how he believed that eventually the boys would thank him for it. He wanted to push them to be the best that they could, and he sincerely felt that the only way to do that was to regularly assault them. That way, they regarded him with fear, and the boys did. Though they both said their feelings toward their father were complicated, due in no small part to how he beat them regularly, they looked up to their dad. Everyone else seemed to adore him, to treat him with the utmost respect, and they worked especially hard to follow in his footsteps. His violent outbursts weren't simply just kept to his kids. He also beat his wife, Terry Valentine, on a regular basis. In one instance, Aaron would recall watching his dad grab his mom from behind, bashing her in the head repeatedly into a sink. The brothers would go on to state that Terry would fight back, assaulting Dennis for his drinking, his drug use, and other indiscretions, but she was nowhere near as strong as their father. Despite everyone in the area knowing that Dennis regularly abused his children, no one stepped in to get the boys help. Once more, Dennis was regarded as a hometown hero. He had almost made it to the NFL, and people genuinely liked him. So when Aaron and DJ would come to school with various injuries, everyone knew it was likely
guys,
because of their...
I know that sounds wild, but you got to remember, Connecticut is a nameless, no one cares, like, there's nothing going on in Connecticut. It's one of the most boring states in the United States. No one knows anything about Connecticut except the fact that it's in between New York City and Boston, and you have to drive through it to get anywhere. So anytime you have someone that has any type of athletic prowess or has some type of success or whatever, or makes it out of there, it's like a big deal, or it comes close to it even. So, yeah, man, I mean, I'm not saying that to excuse his behavior, but I'm kind of giving you guys an idea of how people from Connecticut are. We don't have anything in that state. Well, we got Yukon. That's about it.
Yeah, well, that was actually something that I was gonna say. His dad will push the boys to be like the best of the best in their schools, and he was like a fan of like the University of Connecticut. Like he wanted them to go to the University of Connecticut. Even though if you show that picture of the documentary that they're showing right now, do you know what that dog's name is? Yukon.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how about he wanted them to go to the
To
university.
UConn? Okay. Yeah, that's really the only thing Connecticut got. Like, we're known for having a good basketball team, a women's basketball team.
Really?
Yeah, it's women's. Yeah, that's what Connecticut's known for, is having the best female basketball team in college. But other than that, bro, there's nothing there. It's a whack state. It sucks. And growing up in central Connecticut, there's absolutely nothing there. People have the connotation, oh, well, Connecticut's a really rich state. Yeah, southern Connecticut, Greenwich, Stamford, Southport, like all these towns, like on 95. What?
There is something that is in Connecticut that is nowhere else. That your brother tourist there. This like industry thing, like I don't know what it's called, but they make like weapons or something.
Oh, Sikorsky.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sikorsky is headquartered in Connecticut. They're known for having like helicopters and technology and stuff like that. Yeah. The Sikorsky is headquartered in Connecticut.
That's
But I
why
mean,
Connecticut is famous, right?
I mean, not necessarily famous, but like it's a little thing that we have, but it's still like, yeah, it's basically a defense contractor, but like, yeah, Connecticut sucks. There's nothing there. People think that Connecticut's wealthy. Guys, most of the wealth of Connecticut is concentrated on Interstate 95, all the towns going into New York, Greenwich, Southport, Norwich in some parts, Stamford. There's a couple other ones that I can't remember off the top of my head, but all those, Fairfield, like all those towns after Bridgeport, keyword after Bridgeport, are pretty much have money. Okay. That's where most of the money is concentrated in Connecticut, because people live there that go into the city, maybe they have an apartment in Manhattan, but then they also have like a big home in southern Connecticut. But central Connecticut, there ain't nothing there, bro. That's like where all the shitty towns are: Hartford, New Britain, Bristol, Waterbury. Oh God, like all the crappy towns are there.
Oh, that's where WWE headquarters is also at, though.
Oh, Stamford. Yeah, it's in Stamford. Yep. The McMahons live in Greenwich, which Greenwich is consistently ranked in the top 3 most richest towns in the United States, or top 3 richest zip codes. So, you know what I mean? That's kind of what it is. Yeah, but yeah, WWE headquarters is there as well. But yeah, man, Central Connecticut, there ain't nothing there. So this isn't to excuse Aaron Hernandez's father, but it's to let you guys know that it's a big deal if you even came close to doing anything if you're from Connecticut, because nothing is there. No one cares about the state. There's no real tourist attractions. People just drive through it to get to New York or Boston.
And shout out to my big homies out in Shelton.
Oh, yeah. Shelton is, yeah. There ain't nothing there in Shelton either. That's where Sikorsky is, pretty much. Sikorsky's like right there.
Making seem Connecticut like a huge
It sucks. It literally sucks. Like, I left in 2014, and man, bro, I haven't lived in Connecticut since 2014, and I'm glad I left. And there's nothing there. There's no opportunity, bro. It sucks. I'm proud to be from there, right? I tell people all the time I'm from New Britain, right? I'm not like ashamed of where I'm from. Like, I'm very proud to say that I had a great childhood because my parents were there, right? Even though we didn't have money, I had great parents, so that's what made it good. But yeah, man, like it sucks. It's like as an adult, like get the fuck out of there. Like there's not that much opportunity there, unless you got a good gig somewhere. That's one thing. But like if you don't have a good gig there, get the hell out of there, bro. It's a blue state. Taxes are high. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah. Like I got a couple real estate properties there. It's it's harder to get rent from them versus like down here in Florida. So, it is what it is. Kron's one put $5. Myron, you forgot Westport and New Canaan, Darien, Connecticut. I grew up in Westport, Staples High School. Oh yeah, you got some money, nigga. Yeah, Westport. Yeah, all those towns you just mentioned, all the median incomes are over $100,000 a year, which is huge, by the way. All those towns you mentioned. Can you pull that back up one more time? Yeah, Westport, New Canaan, Darien, Connecticut, Westport. Yeah, all big money. All those towns. I guarantee if you Google all those towns right now, the median income's over $100,000 a year.
What people in these towns, like, what are they doing? Like, what are their jobs? Like, what's their income?
A lot of them work in New York City.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of them work in New York City.
Of course, it makes sense because New York is extremely
It's
expensive and it's easier to just.
Yeah. Or they'll have an apartment in the city and then they'll go home on the weekends and they'll have their home.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But yeah, a lot of them, or they just make the commute, and there's a lot of trains that go, that will take you into the city from Southern Connecticut.
Well, from where I remember is New York is like an hour from Connecticut, right? An hour and a half.
Okay, if there's no traffic, you can make it to New York City in, depending on what town you're in. Let's say Greenwich, you can make it to the city in 45 minutes to an hour if there's like no traffic. But there's always traffic, so it's gonna take you 2 to 3.
Traffic is a given.
Yeah.
I actually took a train to New York City from Shelton.
Yeah, most people take the Metro Rail.
Yep, that's what
most people do.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
I remember it took us like a 1 hour and a half maybe with the Uber last time.
Yes.
It was crazy from New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, let's keep rolling this thing.
And it's only like 40 miles. That's the terrible.
It's traffic mostly. It's traffic mostly.
It's not even that far, guys. We're talking, 50 miles. 50 miles and less.
Yeah.
And because I think Stratford is like 50 miles from New York City, so around that thing. Or the other towns are even closer, and it takes long.
Yeah, I remember that it took us long because there was like an accident in the.
That too. Yeah, there's always an accident because women are driving. So what do you expect?
Misogyny.
Of course, it was the women's driving.
Yeah, it was a female driver. I'm almost certain it was a female driver.
That's what I remember.
Yeah,
it was a female
driver, man. What do you expect?
This guy.
Man, Saudi Arabia was right about that, man.
Haram!
Don't give them driver's licenses, bro.
Allahu Akbar!
All right. All right, let's get back to it.
Father, but no one did anything. Both Aaron and DJ would go on to play football in high school, and just like their father, they were some of the best the town had ever seen. Dennis would go and watch his sons play as often as he could, and in one instance, was brought to tears by how talented his sons were. He was not shy about wanting his kids to follow in his footsteps and go to the University of Connecticut, then the NFL. According to those who knew him, Aaron was a class clown, always wanting to be the center of attention and trying to make the world laugh. He was described as sporadic, with his moods often changing at the drop of a hat, like his father. Dennis had the boys go out for basketball and track to keep them in shape, and Aaron excelled in those as well. In Aaron's freshman year of high school, he would be scouted by his father's alma mater and agree to go when he graduated. However, he would never attend. When Aaron was just 16 years old, his father would die during a routine hernia operation. His untimely death would shake Aaron to his core, as his father had been a huge pillar in his life. His entire life had centered around making his old man proud, following his father's plan for him, and now that he was gone, he didn't know what to do. Everything in his world had revolved around Dennis, and without him, Aaron didn't know who he was. He couldn't understand how his dad could be there one day and gone the next, and he felt his life go into a tailspin. He began lashing out at the world around him in the same way his dad had. He would fly into abusive rages at the drop of a hat, and standing at over 6 feet 200 pounds, he was incredibly physically imposing. When he found out his mom had been having an extramarital affair with his cousin's husband, he was enraged, moving out of the home he grew up in to move in with his older cousin.
Like, Mom, you thought!
Yeah, what happened was... what happened was that after his dad died, he died because of a complication in a surgery of an hernia. So he estranged is the word? Estranged? I don't know what's the word. Yeah,
strained, yeah.
He distanced himself from his mom.
Yeah.
So he moved to his cousin's house, and
The female.
Oh, estranged.
strange.
Estranged. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Mo.
Yeah.
Estranged.
And his female cousin.
His female cousin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who she's gonna come back later on, and she becomes deported later on, guys. But sorry,
yeah,
continue.
yeah. He moved on with her to his house because he was distant from his mom, and his mom started having an affair with his
This guy.
her husband, her cousin's husband. I don't know if it makes sense. I made like a whole map here.
Yeah, it's weird, bro.
It was weird, but yeah.
belongs to the streets.
He moved with his cousin, female cousin, and his mom started having an affair with his cousin's husband.
Yeah.
Crazy.
L mom.
So that's why he resented his mom way more than he had before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looked at it as betrayal for his
Of
dad.
course.
I mean,
Because then his mom moved in with the man.
oh man.
Well, the man moved in with his mom to his house.
All right, let's get back to it.
Crazy.
Anya. He was even more infuriated when he found out that his cousin's, now ex, had moved into his mother's home and began their relationship in earnest. In his mind, his mother was disrespecting
Oh,
his
real quick,
father
I
by
have to say
moving on
this.
so quickly and acting as
Just so you guys know, they're Puerto Rican. Okay.
Half Puerto
Central
Rican.
Connecticut is dominated by Puerto Ricans.
Really?
All right. Yes. Absolutely. New Britain is basically we just they call it
Shout out to Icy.
they call it New Britsky, but New Britain nowadays, it used to be a very Polish town, but nowadays it's straight Puerto Ricans. The two biggest populations in New Britain, Connecticut are Polish and Puerto Ricans. But Central Connecticut is run by Puerto Ricans, man. The Northeast in general is Puerto Rican. Like New York and up, Puerto Ricans, man. You want to talk about Providence, you want to talk about Hartford, you want to talk about New Britain, you want to talk about Central Connecticut. You want to talk about Boston, you want to talk about, I mean, Boston, you got some Dominicans too, but
That's
most of them
true.
are Lawrence. But Puerto Ricans run the Northeast, bro, when
Yeah.
it comes to Hispanics.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like Miami here where we got Colombians and Venezuelans and stuff like that. No, it's all Puerto Ricans, bro.
Shout out to Venezuela.
All right.
But no, New York is filled with
I heard
like
that.
Puerto Ricans and also Dominicans. I remember it was
Yeah,
filled with
there's a lot of
Dominicans
Dominicans.
when I lived there.
But there's more Puerto Ricans, bro.
Yeah.
Puerto Ricans run New York, bro. Like, when it comes to Hispanics.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like, it's mostly Puerto
Most
Ricans.
of the reggaeton singers nowadays, they come from New York.
Yep. So,
yeah.
it is what it is. I mean,
Makes
obviously, growing up, like, all my friends are Puerto Ricans. You know, they be doing the perfect eyebrows and shit. They be putting these girls to shame. I'm
What?
serious.
You speak what
Puerto
word
Ricans?
Spanish, man?
But bro, I don't. I know
Misogyny.
because I don't understand them because their Spanish is crazy. And Puerto Rican Spanish. I don't know what the niggas be saying.
It's actually Spanglish. They speak Spanglish.
Yeah,
the
they be
most.
speak. They speak the most fucked up Spanish. But
Dímelo, Boricua.
Yeah.
Dímelo.
They speak the most Spanglish. It's the mixture between English and Spanish.
all I
Yeah.
know from Puerto Rico, doom, 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 doom. Every song is the same. Doom, 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 doom. You know, I give it to them. Reggaeton is their shit. Like all these other
Yeah.
Hispanic people, like they
Yeah.
can't even come close. But
That's true.
yeah, bro. But yeah,
That's
it's
true.
doom, doom, doom. I remember they driving their fucking Hondas. The fucking thing, doom, 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 and the fucking Honda's like shaking. You know what I mean? And they would race their tuner cars and shit, bro. Holy. Anybody from Connecticut, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. The Puerto Ricans be having the Toyota Supras and shit. They be having the fucking illegal ass cars. They be racing, playing that fucking Tokyo Drift type shit. How that song go? That like need for speed type shit, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Fast and Furious.
Bruh, yeah, man. That's what they be doing, man. Them niggas be racing on the Berlin Turnpike with their souped up cars. They be beating Lambos and shit. Perfect eyebrows.
We should go to Puerto Rico though.
You know, you know you're in a Puerto Rican barbershop when they use a blade to do your lineup. You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
your barber is Puerto
Yeah,
Rican.
yeah, my barber's Puerto Rican,
Shout out
baby.
to Gil.
Yeah, some things never change. I only deal with Puerto Rican barbers, man. They be using the blade and shit. You go to a black barbershop, oh, no, man, we don't use blades here. Man, get the fuck out of here. You don't use blades.
Gil is Puerto
Because at
Rican.
black barbershops, a lot of the time, right, they'll break out, right? But I don't break out, you know, because I'm a hybrid nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't
He
break
said
out.
hybrid.
You know, so I don't break out, baby. I got these waves spinning, but you can use a blade on me. I don't break out. So yeah, I always get Puerto Rican or Dominican barbers, man. They got the best lineups. They be the best. They pull out the protractor. You know, they cut that shit up perfect. You know?
Said hybrid.
Bro.
Are we canceled yet?
Yeah, bro, I think so, bro.
Okay.
jeez.
Oh,
Bro,
Lord.
we-
But yeah.
bro, we out
Shout out to
here.
all my Puerto Ricans, man. Real talk, man. I like growing up. I grew up with all Puerto Ricans, man. Puerto Rican flags everywhere, man. Yeah. So that was the Hispanics I was exposed to. So when I went to Texas, it was different. Just straight Mexicans. I was like, where the Puerto Ricans at? It's different.
Oh,
Then
shit.
down here in Miami, contrary to popular belief, we don't have that many Puerto Ricans down here.
No, we have mostly Cubans,
Yeah.
Venezuela.
Cubans, Venezuelans,
I heard that, Angie.
Colombians. You know, but there's not that many Puerto Ricans here. You know where the Puerto Ricans are in Florida? Orlando. That's where they're at. They're in fucking Orlando, bro. They're in Central
Orlando
Florida.
is also filled
All
with
Puerto Ricans.
with Venezuelans, and my Venezuelans, like where I'm from.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Kissimmee, also all Puerto Ricans. Kissimmee, Florida.
Shout out to the Venezuelans on God. Yes, sir.
You know what
Shout out
I'm
to
saying? So, yeah. So, but anyway, man,
Dímelo, chamo.
Yeah.
Dímelo,
Yo,
bye.
maracuchos.
I love all you Hispanics.
Viva-
Maracuchos.
Viva Maracuchos.
Even though I don't understand none of you motherfuckers, I love all you Hispanics.
Sí puedo conocerte, Zulia,
You should learn
Zulia.
Spanish, though.
I will one day.
I tried to teach
All I
Myron
know is
Spanish, but he...
dum. That's what I know.
Myron, all he knows to say is gorditas, gorditos, comida, too much arepas. That's all he knows to say. That's all he... Too many carbs, arepas. That's all he says in Spanish. That's all.
And negro, that's my favorite word.
Oh my God.
Dímelo, Maracuchos.
That's true.
Sí puedo conocerte, Zulia.
I remember when you found out my friends call me Negra. That's a
shit.
nickname. And he was like, doesn't that mean like black? You're not black. And I'm like, dude, what? How do you know that?
Shout out to all the racist Hispanics that call her a negrita because she is one. Look at that hair. It's all curly and disgusting.
What?
Oh, wait, where's the hood? Let me go get it.
Bro, no.
I got it too.
Please like the video.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my God.
Are the lights still on? We didn't get canceled
Bro,
yet?
I think we about to get. What? Wait, we still here?
We're still here. It's okay, I'm black too.
Wait, we still here,
Bro, hey, man, bro.
Yeah, my waves are way like luscious like yours. You know? Way better than yours, actually. Because I
Actually,
take care of
you could get if you shaved your head, which you never will.
You better
but
not.
if you did, you could get waves. She got curly ass hair, bro.
What?
Angie, you better not.
Ain't happening.
On God.
No,
Yo.
no, she ain't never cut
Yo, I swear on Myron's kids, bro. on God.
Mo, that's the only type of girl that you won't deal with, right? Is a girl that's
That's yo, she better not be bald on God, bro. On God.
You ain't like
that's
losing
the-
all that way. I'm
Yeah, I'm
that
like, yo.
automatically disqualifies a certain group.
On God.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I got you.
Hey, y'all.
All right, let's go back to the documentary.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the documentary.
We're having too much
Before the
fun
BLM
here.
people come over here.
Having too much fun around here.
As if his father never mattered. From this point on, Aaron had a deep distrust of Terry, feeling as if his own mother was a terrible person who only thought of herself. After moving in with Tanya, she became a surrogate mother figure for him. He would often speak about how she was like the mother he never had, as Terry hadn't been much of a caretaker to him growing up. Tanya would take care of all of his basic needs without complaint, talk through all of his emotional issues, and allow him to be who he was under her roof. He viewed her as one of the only people in his life he could trust and truly commiserate with, and she viewed him as her protector, as he would readily defend her honor at the drop of a hat. Every day before, during, and after school, Aaron would smoke weed. He did the same before football practices and big games, telling those around him it was just a part of his process. Friends and family would recall he was rarely sober after his father's death, choosing instead to smoke the pain away. In 2007, he would begin dating Shiana Jenkins, a girl who he had known since middle school, but their relationship was anything but stable. According to friends and family, Aaron was less than faithful to Shiana, and often cheated on her, with both men and women. He would regularly have sex with other people, including his high school football teammate, Dennis Sansusi. Despite taking part in gay relationships, Aaron struggled to understand and accept himself. He often lashed out at anyone who questioned his sexuality, including his brother, threatening to kill them if they did so. Like his father had before him, he would go on homophobic rants, stating that he wanted nothing more than to beat and kill any gay man he happened upon.
Oh
and
my
people
God,
knew
that
better
sounds
than
like
to
my
broach the
dad.
subject with.
Oh, Lord. Did someone say something about homophobic rants? Sorry.
Yeah. Shout out to my dad. He's watching. Saludos, papi.
Bro,
What?
bro, move on.
All right, we're still on YouTube. Let's go.
He was dealing with his own self-loathing, stemming from years of homophobic abuse at the hands of his father. Despite the emotional turmoil he was going through, Aaron continued on his football career and made large strides in it. He was incredibly talented, and everyone around him knew he was destined for the NFL. As a senior, he was Connecticut's Gatorade Football Player of the Year after making 67 receptions for 1,807 yards and 24 touchdowns on offense and 72 tackles, 12 sacks, 3 forced fumbles.
This one he was
2
number one in the country.
4 blocked kicks on
Yeah,
He looks like
right
your-
around this time.
He looks like your brother, but white.
But looks like my brother, but white.
Yeah. Can you see
Yo, my
it?
brother black as hell, bro. You gotta do, a little bit.
Yeah, he does look
Yo,
like your brother, but white.
If my brother's watching right now, bro, super chat in something and fight back, nigga. Well, it's my money anyway, but yeah. Yo, it'd be funny. He'd be super chat like, oh, I'm showing support. Like, nigga, it's my money. Like, it's like what? Like,
Bruh.
like, hey, yo, read my super chat. I'm like, you mean my super chat?
Shout out to Roya.
You don't pay for nothing, you fucking bum. Man.
Actually, like, but Aaron Hernandez, if you hear the calls that he had on prison, he sounds like your brother.
He sounds like my brother.
Nah.
Well, yeah, I mean, people from Connecticut do speak a certain
They
way.
speak-
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. My brother,
You speak more New Yorker though, but your
a
brother
little bit.
speaks.
A little bit. Yeah, my brother's
Yeah.
straight Connecticut. He has been there his whole life. But yeah,
Yeah.
he might be watching right now. But if you are watching, motherfucker, and you send in the chat, it's my money, nigga. All right, let's go.
Shout out to you,
Yeah, my little brother.
You finna send $100.
He black as hell though. Yo, him and Fresh be having the black off
Yeah.
when they meet.
Not black off.
Yeah,
Fresh
the black
is
off.
darker though.
Bro,
Fresh
this is
is darker.
Fresh a little darker.
Fresh is darker. Yes, I
Yeah.
certify that.
The whole reason I even started brushing my hair was to let my little brother know, like, bro, I was a wave originator, motherfucker. Like, I had my wave spinning when you were a baby.
Ooh.
Okay? And it was a battle between us. Now he can't say nothing because he's getting lapped right now. Big bro is lapping
Yeah.
him.
Well, he was the one who got you your first brush, though.
He did, but
Is that also with your money?
No, I
yeah,
don't think so.
it is with my money. Yeah, it is.
I'm trying to say that.
Yeah, it is with my money. I thought about it for a second. I was like, wait, yeah, he did give me a gift, but I was like, wait, no, it's my money.
Poor.
Nigga be getting mad. He be texting me. You didn't read my super chat. And it's like, it's not yours. He be getting mad at Chris. Like, yo, tell Chris bum ass to read the chat. I'm like, well, Chris is a bum, but it's not your chat, nigga. You the bum. Like, so, anyway.
That's
All right, let's
funny.
keep going. Shout out to my little brother. He black as hell. Oh, man. All right.
offense. The 1,807 receiving yards and 24 touchdowns were state records, and the world was his oyster. Following his father's
Black off was kind of wild. Though.
Yo, it do be a black off when they be next to each other, though. It do be. It'd be funny as hell. I'd be looking, I'm like, damn.
Myron, that's the first thing he said when he saw him when we went there. He was like, "You black as hell." In front of his mom.
Yo,
He said that. I was tired.
yeah, that's how I greet him. I ain't seen him for years. Oh, you're black as hell. I tell my dad, you ugly as hell.
So
First time
mean.
I see my dad in years, I'm like, damn, you ugly, bro. What the hell? Oh, man.
They were like, yo, let's have a black
And then he
off.
repeats something. And then he repeats something I can't say here on YouTube. But yeah. Nah, he don't say that. He says that later on.
Oh, you mean ow?
Yeah.
Ow.
Oh man. If y'all heard how me and my family speak to each other, y'all will see why. It's pretty bad.
I can't understand.
It's pretty
shit.
inappropriate.
Myron, you appropriate on a regular basis.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
All right. Black off.
timely death, he decided to no longer attend the University of Connecticut and instead play for the University of Florida. He graduated from high school early, despite not being academically prepared for college, and immediately started his football career in earnest. His time in Florida, like his high school career, was mixed. Academically, he was not ready to be in college and had to take remedial classes at a local community college off campus. When he was on campus, he took bowling, theater appreciation, and other courses that took little effort on his part. He used whatever free time he had to party, continuing to do drugs nearly every day. Between practices, games, and other events. Hernandez put 40 to 60 hours a week into football, nearly year-round, which he claimed he was high for. As a freshman in 2007, Hernandez started 3 games for the Florida Gators. He finished the season with 9 receptions for 151 yards and 2 touchdowns. Though he excelled his freshman year, he was benched in the season opener of his sophomore year due to multiple failed drug tests. His freshman year, the 17-year-old Hernandez decided to go out to dinner with teammate Tim Tebow. After spending the night drinking, Hernandez refused to pay his bill, citing that he believed the order had been comped by a waitress because he was on the Florida Gators, and therefore shouldn't have to pay. The employees tried to reason with him, but he was belligerent and believed being forced to pay for service was a sign of disrespect on their part. Eventually, the manager, Michael Taphorn, came out and tried to reason with him, but once again, Hernandez wasn't hearing it. According to witnesses, a verbal altercation took place, with Hernandez threatening Taphorn if he didn't cover the bill himself, at which point Taphorn escorted Hernandez off the property. After escorting him out of the restaurant, Michael turned to go back inside, at which point Hernandez sucker punched the man on the side of his head. This hit caused Michael's eardrum to completely rupture, and him to lose hearing for a portion of time. According to those present, Aaron didn't take the assault seriously, and instead gloated, saying that this is what happens when you're disrespectful. Tim Tebow, who had been with him that night, was said to be incredibly uncomfortable with what occurred, as he had tried to mediate the situation.
Oh, Tim
had
Tebow,
called the
Christian
coach
ass. He was like,
the same
oh,
night, and
Lord.
had
He was
advised
like,
him on
oh,
what had
man.
occurred.
Because Tim Tebow is super religious, so he was like, what the hell, bro? Or is it Catholic? Is it Christian or Catholic? What was he?
I think he was
Mo.
Christian.
Okay. Yeah, he used to like pray before the show, before the games and everything else like that. So you already know he was like, I'm out here with a demon. All right, let's keep going. Is Tim Tebow still in the league?
No, far from it.
Far from it? He fell off, huh?
Long time ago.
You trash?
Subjectively,
I know there's gonna be NFL.
he was known as
guys
like
in here that know.
he was known as dog shit, but
Okay.
you know,
His pro career never flourished.
yeah, nah.
Okay.
Especially after his rookie, he had like one good rookie season.
Mm-hmm.
It was up and down. He got he went to the Jets, had no chance, and that was it.
Vince McMahon status?
Yeah,
No chance!
Yeah, no chance in hell.
Okay, let's go back.
He explained how Aaron escalated the situation and how he was out of control. Following the incident, the college stepped in and took care of the situation, making sure Aaron wasn't arrested, and the man who had been assaulted didn't press any charges. While the settlement was never made public, Taphorn was given a good amount of money from the college to not press.
That's what happens when you're a top-tier athlete at a school, guys. Like, they went out of their way to make sure he wouldn't get in trouble.
Yeah.
You ain't going to get that type of treatment anywhere else. But, yo, you're
were
making
spoiled.
them millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. And keep in mind, guys, a Division I athlete, you don't get paid. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? A lot of times athletes are like, fuck it, I'm going to do what I want. I run this campus.
They were very
So,
spoiled.
yeah, and the big schools like that, the athletes are at the top of the pecking order. So,
Especially
it is what
at-
it is, especially football.
Especially University of Florida at that time
Yep.
was huge headlines weekly basis. So we're thinking like it was probably like one of the biggest money makers for the NCAA, especially at that time.
Bam. There you go. So that's how you know that he was able to get away with punching a dude that owns a bar and nothing happened. So,
Especially during that, Tebow could have got away with murder. Like that's how much money he made.
wow.
It probably sounds extreme, but
I mean, the fact that the school paid him off to like not press charges is wild.
Yeah.
That's wild. But college football makes a lot of money, bro. Like it makes a lot of money. So
People say that Aaron Hernandez was very like he will get off quickly like with anything. Like he will get mad for anything.
oh, for anything, yeah. And there are no consequences, so why not? Yeah, if I could be
Yeah.
a hothead and I don't get punished for it.
Hothead, that's
Yeah.
the word. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
So-
very much like that.
All right, let's get back to it.
Charges, and the football team was able to make this go away for Aaron. If Aaron was punished in any significant way, it went completely unreported, and seemingly left him feeling untouchable when it came to breaking the law. Despite his talent, many regarded him as a wild card, and someone who couldn't be relied upon. He would break records, but immediately after be penalized for bad behavior. Multiple teammates, coaches, and people in the industry tried to take him under their wing and get him on the right path, but he continuously rebelled, choosing to continue to do drugs, party, and take advantage of his football celebrity. In 2010, he opted to forego his senior year of college and enter the NFL draft. He was confident, given his stats and talent, that he would be
Finger
a
on the
first-round
trigger.
pick.
Oh my
Many
God. That hurts. That hurts me to see. That hurts me to see, man. Really bad gun discipline right there. All right, let's keep going.
Sneako.
Yeah, yeah. That's basically Sneeko right there before I met him, bro. Holy. All right, let's keep going.
believed that he was the best player that year and that the teams would be fighting over him. However, the opposite was true. His off-field behavior and transgressions resulted in him being a 4th-round pick, 113th overall, which was a shot to his self-esteem. According to Patriots owner Robert Kraft, Aaron wrote a letter to every team offering to be tested every other week during his rookie season to prove how serious he was about playing in the NFL. He owned up to his past actions and promised if he was given a chance to play in the NFL, he would do better. With that in mind, he was signed to the Patriots with a 4-year, $2.37 million contract. However, despite his promise, his behavior wouldn't change. In fact, it would only get worse.
Bam.
Especially Bill Belichick. That's like one of the most. That was one of the most like disciplined.
So that first contract he signed, guys, he was making about $592,000 a year. So I mean, for football, that's not that much.
Yeah,
but,
it is not that much.
$2.37 million divided by, so he was making $50K a month, approximately $49,000 a month.
$50K a month.
$50K a month. NFL's first 4 years, but yeah, but that was not. I mean, I know other NFL players are getting paid way more than that. I mean, for his talent, but that goes to show how much of when you're a risk, when you're, you do drugs, you do stupid shit. That goes to show like how little,
What year was
they
this?
don't want to take risk on him. This was what year was this, Mo?
I think maybe 2010, if I'm not mistaken.
2010?
So
Okay.
he was
Maybe
20
2010.
years old?
Probably okay. Yeah,
20
that sounds about right. 20 or 21.
When he was 20 years old.
Yeah, that's a lot of money for 20 years old, though. Yeah, for sure.
Because I remember watching the Florida Gators and remembering that draft at that time too. And as a Dolphins fans, I have a huge respect for Patriots as much as I hate them.
Yeah.
But they're known as one of the most disciplined teams in the
Yeah.
NFL. So the fact that he went to that team and can't get your ish together,
Yeah,
that's like
that speaks volumes.
huge.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, for a rookie contract, that's a little low compared to some other stars, given his talent. But again, the risk that he presented is why they were able to, like, we're going to pay you this. Take it or leave it.
Fourth round, that's congruent though.
Yeah. All right, let's go back to it.
Every time Aaron had the opportunity to face some consequence for his actions, he was bailed out because of his athletic abilities. The police, his coaches, and teammates were more than willing to go to bat for him, simply because they thought he was a good football player, and he felt as if he was truly untouchable, both on the field and off. This was partially because of his friendship with the self-described drug kingpin and gun dealer Alexander Bradley. Before entering the NFL, Aaron met Bradley and quickly became fast friends. They were extremely close, and Aaron spent most of his time off the field with Bradley, smoking weed, playing games, and just hanging out. According to text messages between the two, they considered themselves brothers, and when they went more than a day without seeing each other, they would state that they missed each other deeply. They constantly professed how close they were, how they were family, and how they were, quote, in it for life. Aaron felt protected.
Let's see. We don't know what's going to happen yet.
By Bradley, who was constantly boasting about how much money he made, how many people he had taken out, and how tough he was. He often spoke about how he had gotten revenge against others when he had been disrespected, and Aaron appreciated how he didn't let things slide. Some mutual friends of Aaron and Alex would say that Aaron looked up to him as a surrogate father figure, and that it was clear Aaron attempted to appear tough in order to impress the drug dealer. In 2011, during his first year in the NFL, the police responded to a call about a fight taking place in front of his rented townhouse. Later on that night, Alex would be pulled over for driving drunk in Aaron's car, with Aaron in the passenger seat. According to police record, he had been swerving in and out of lanes and going over 120 miles per hour. However, instead of arresting the two men in the car, who were clearly intoxicated, the officers let them go with a warning because they recognized Hernandez and were big fans. According to some sources, they told them they would let them go, but only if they got an autograph, which Aaron was happy to provide. A year after, in 2012, Daniel De Abreu and Safiro Furtado, both immigrants from Cape Verde, were killed by gunshots fired into their vehicle. The two men had a relatively tame night at the Cure Lounge in Boston.
What's so funny?
The chat's
funny.
Go no deal.
They're making fun.
Bro,
The Rumble.
out two directions.
Oh man, y'all always got Angie dying in the chat.
He probably look funny when he's told.
There's a big Cape Verdean population, by the way, guys, in the Northeast, in Connecticut, and especially Massachusetts and Boston. Huge Cape Verdean population. So
What they doing out there in Cape? What they doing out there in Boston?
there's a lot of them, bro. And you guys want to hear something funny? So when I worked for HSI, right, we would catch these Cape Verdean gang members, and we would arrest them, and we'd try to send them back to Cape Verde. Cape Verde doesn't take them back.
What?
Yep. So a lot of convicted felons that are Cape Verdeans, They don't. They just stay in the United States because Cape Verde will not take them back. There's a couple countries that won't take their citizens back. I mean, it might have changed. This is, I mean, almost a decade ago that this was going on when I was doing these types of cases. But Cape Verde, China. I'm trying to think what other countries won't take their citizens back. Those are the top two in my head that I could think of right now. But I remember vividly because there was a huge Cape Verdean gang problem in Boston, and they did a big roundup, arrested them. Don't matter. And then you look at their rap sheet and you'll be like, what the hell? This guy's illegally here. He's a Cape Verdean and he's been arrested multiple times. How is he still here? It's because Cape Verde won't take him back.
So what happens when the previous country won't take that person back?
They stay in the States.
Really?
Yeah.
They don't get deported to another country?
They can't get deported because their country of origin won't take them back. They won't even issue a passport so they can come back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep. So and a lot of them knew that, and they would just keep committing crimes. They'd be convicted felons, etc.
Of
And
course,
and if you're a convicted felon, guys, right? That's an automatic. Your green card gone. They're deporting you. That's a wrap. Like Tory Lanez, bro.
Where is he from?
Canadian.
Oh, okay.
That's why he fought the case. For all the people, oh, he should have taken a plea deal. You guys are fucking morons. He's a foreign national. He can't take the plea deal. If he pleads guilty, it's a felony conviction, done. He's getting deported. He had to fight it. But this is people that don't know immigration, right? Or the INA, Immigration Naturalization Act. So he had to fight it. He didn't have a choice. So after Tory gets out, right, he's probably going to get parole. He's probably going to do a couple years, and then they're going to send him off because they don't want to spend the money because he's going to get deported anyway. He's going to get deported. ICE is going to be right there at the jail waiting for him. Because I think if anything, he has a green card at best. Because I heard he got married like right before he went in. But that's not going to save him.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So, yeah. Cape Verdeans, one of the few nationalities I'm almost certain they don't take their people back. China, too. They don't take them back either. Unless they get caught for, like, spying. Then they'll definitely take them back. But, because at that point, they committed a crime and for the country. But if, like, it's just a Chinese national, like, a triad type dude, whatever, China ain't taking them back.
This is people from Cabo Verde, right?
What?
Cabo Verde.
Cape Verde, yeah. Cape Verde, yeah.
Right. It's just
Yeah,
that in
yeah.
English it's different.
I know what you mean. Yeah, you had it right. You had it right.
Okay.
But yeah, fun little fact for y'all. Let's go back to it, Mo.
Because they speak Spanish over there. Yeah.
No,
yeah,
they speak Portuguese.
They speak
Portuguese.
3 languages. Cape Verdeans, they speak Spanish, they speak Portuguese, and they can speak French or Creole.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's another.
It's like a form of Creole.
I thought they speak mostly Portuguese.
You're thinking Angola.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, most of them are trilingual.
Okay.
Most of them are trilingual. They could speak Spanish, Portuguese, and Creole.
Boston's South End and had been driving home when witnesses stated a silver SUV pulled up alongside them. A person within the SUV then yelled racial slurs towards Daniel and Safiro, then opened fire, shooting at the car a total of 5 times. Both men were killed at the scene. Almost immediately, police were able to identify Aaron, as he was at the Cure Lounge that night and owned a silver SUV. He had spent the night with Alexander Bradley, and both men matched the physical descriptions of the people who had been in the SUV and opened fire on Daniel and Safiro. However, because he was playing for the Patriots, they thought it was just a coincidence that he happened to be there that night. This case would become cold almost immediately, and it wouldn't be until much later that Aaron would be connected to the case at all. According to Bradley, and seemingly confirmed by text messages between him and Aaron, the NFL player became enraged at the 2 men when one of them accidentally spilled a drink on him in the club. Despite them apologizing profusely, Aaron thought it was an act of disrespect, and they were trying to start a fight. It was clear Aaron was going to start swinging at the 2 men, so Bradley took him outside to relax, smoke, and calm down. Later that night, while they were walking back to their car, Hernandez spotted the 2 and told Bradley to follow them in his car. The self-described kingpin did so, and, according to his testimony, after they pulled up next to Daniel and Safiro, Aaron pulled out a gun from his glove box and shot the men a total of 5 times. They then drove Aaron's car back to his cousin's house, where she hid it in her garage for him. Immediately after this shooting, Aaron would get 3
That cousin is the one that he stayed with, guys, when his mom was committing those acts of, well, I can't say infidelity because the father was dead, but when he was having the issues with his mom having sex with that other individual, that's the cousin that he was with that, holds him down to this day, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So let's go back to it.
tattoos, one saying, "God forgives," written so that he would be the only one who could read it, smoking bullets, and a gun with the same amount of bullets used in the crime. But as keen as he was to memorialize the murder, it had an unintended consequence of making him extremely paranoid. Those around him who didn't know about the shooting recalled him being exceptionally jumpy and fearful. He seemed to believe that he was being followed at all times, and whenever he saw well-dressed white men, he believed them to be affiliated with law enforcement, coming to get him. Shortly after the shooting, Aaron would go back to the Cure Lounge with Bradley, and the two attempted to drive back to Aaron's home at 2 a.m. Both were incredibly intoxicated, and Bradley was pulled over after going 105 miles an hour. According to the police report, Aaron got out of the car to talk to the officers, hoping to smooth over any issue, and said, "Trooper, I am Aaron Hernandez. It's okay." Surprisingly, the officer didn't seem to know who he was, and arrested Bradley for drunk driving. Aaron, however, didn't face any consequences for his actions. A month after Bradley's drunk driving arrest, Aaron, Alex, and several other men would go to a Florida strip club, where they rang up a $10,000 bill. While the rest of the group was having a great time, Aaron would begin to freak out, and told Alex that he believed
they went to Tootsie's. I'm not surprised. Yeah, the party started at a nightclub in Bella Glade and lasted for days. From Bella Glade, Hernandez, Bradley, and Thompson's buddies hit a Miami strip club named Tootsie's, where Hernandez ran up $10,000 in charges the first night. Just so y'all know,
That's
guys.
like an hour drive.
Tootsie's, man. The girls be smashing over there, bro. They be straight up whorehouse.
This the hood, ain't it?
Yeah, and it's in North Miami. It's kind of in the hood.
This the hood, ain't it?
Yeah, that's why everyone raves about that place so much, is because the girls definitely be dudes be going over their paper box straight up.
You could put your hands.
Tootsie's,
I never been in there to this day.
Tootsie, isn't it? Isn't this the strip club that is like in the middle of going to Doral?
No.
No.
He didn't used to be there.
No.
Because he's there now.
It's north. It's north. So it's going towards North Miami. It's going towards
it's between North Miami Beach. Miami Beach and North Miami or Miami Gardens.
Are you guys sure? Because I used to see it every time I would go to my house.
I personally lived near there for a while.
Yeah, it's kind of in the hood.
It's the hood, eh?
Yeah, where Tootsie's is at. Yeah, I'll never forget one time. Like I went like 2-3 years ago. I went with some friends, and I was like, this is way before when I used to like drink and shit. I went in there. I was too late. They didn't let me in. Thank God. So I've never, to this day, guys, I've been in Miami since 2018. I've never been inside Tootsie's.
I used to be in there a lot. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, nigga.
Yeah.
And then before the RP Awakening, and then
I still love
what
strip
you're
clubs.
thinking of going to Doral. Maybe you're thinking of Booby Trap at the river or something.
No.
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 Yeah.
What are you thinking of?
Really? Booby trap?
You probably,
I don't know. There is a strip club going to Doral, and I thought it was Tootsie's, but I
you
guess.
probably thinking Booby Trap on the river.
Yeah.
Is it kind of big? Is it kind of like near the middle of nowhere?
Yeah.
Booby
It's in
Trap
the
on
middle
the
of
river.
the,
Yeah, it's Booby
I
Trap
think
on the
it's the
river.
Palmetto or
Booby Trap on the river.
Yep.
Okay.
It's Booby Trap on the river, 100%.
All right.
That place, bro.
You guys don't know all this strip clubs, huh?
No, well, I know because Fresh be dragging me over there.
Fresh.
It's his favorite spot, man. I hate that place, bro. It's so
Ew.
ghetto, and I don't like the
used-
location it's at.
I had a little strip club face, so I knew a lot of this.
Yeah,
strip
bro.
clubs.
Man, fuck that shit, bro. And then that guy, remember, he super chatted, yo, I want to go to the most hood place. I was like,
Ew.
okay, go to G5, bro, or the office.
Oh, shit.
Have fun. I hope you make it out alive.
This the office G5.
Bro,
This the hood,
yeah,
ain't
those
it?
are the most hood strip clubs in Miami. And then King of Diamonds.
I heard.
Yeah.
Well, Myron knows them all.
Yeah. I know because I've covered on Fed Reacts. They be shooting. Blue Shiesty got a shooting at King of Diamonds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
a lot of shootings in strip clubs here. I seen it on
Yeah.
O'Neill Dade all the time. Yeah.
Yep.
I heard that they are located in these areas that are like hoodie kind of areas.
Yeah.
Because the government is trying to get rid of them little by little.
Oh, conspiracy
That's what I
type shit?
heard. That's what I heard. Yeah.
Well, they're all the hoodest strip clubs are all like in North Miami.
Yeah.
They're all in North Miami,
Oh God.
which is the hood. Like, to be honest with y'all, you guys that come and visit Miami, you have no business being in North Miami. You know, just stay in Brickell. Maybe if you want to stay on South Beach, you can. I don't even advise people stay on South Beach anymore. The South Beach is hood as hell now.
Really?
Yeah, bro. Have you been there recently?
That's where all the boys are.
No, they're smart enough to be in Mid Beach.
Mid Beach.
Yeah, them boys are in Mid Beach now. They saw all them blacks. They're like, nah, we good, man. Niggas turned into Goku. they left. So now they're over in they're in Mid Beach and some parts of North Beach. But South Beach itself, bro, nah, man.
My
Like
favorite.
like the whole South. It's like, bro, like Labor Day weekend, bro. Nah, man. Hood as hell.
The other one was
Look, for all you guys right now, I'm gonna tell y'all. You guys come to Miami. You want to not get shot or robbed? Stay in Brickell. Get a hotel in Brickell. Okay. And then make that your home base. You want to go to Miami Beach? You want to go to Wynwood? You want to go to Midtown? You want to go to all these places? Cool. But stay in Brickell, and then you go out to these other areas. But I would not get an Airbnb in Wynwood like people are doing. I wouldn't get a hotel in Wynwood. I wouldn't stay in Wynwood. I wouldn't stay in South Beach even, because there's a lot of, especially on certain weekends, Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, that's an L. Don't do that.
Yeah, they call
Or
it
Labor Day weekend. That's when all the
Collins is
fucking
very
hood people are here.
bro.
Worst time to be here.
Worst time.
So I've no matter when you come, stay in Brickell, clean, safe. You can walk around here. Don't stay in downtown. Don't stay in Midtown. Don't stay in Wynwood. Do not stay in Wynwood.
Yeah.
People say, "Oh, Wynwood is so nice. It's getting gentrified." Hell nah. You make one wrong turn. You in the hood, bro.
Yeah.
One wrong turn. You crackhead. It's like a thriller movie. It's like you know. You know what I'm saying?
They're breaking windows in the
Yeah,
cars
yeah.
there, like in every street. Like, yeah.
Yeah, Wynwood
And-
is one of the worst for car break-ins. If they see like a backpack in your car, they're smashing that joint and breaking in, bro.
I will know.
Hell nah. Yeah, oh yeah,
Oh,
they did it
shit.
to Angie.
Yeah.
So guys, don't do it, man. Like stay out of these areas if you're gonna stay. You want to visit? Cool. Go visit during the day, nice and safe. You know what I mean?
The Collins is dangerous too.
The
South
what?
Beach.
The what?
Collins Avenue.
Oh, Collins. Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Mo, have you been to South Beach recently, bro?
I haven't.
That's
touched
where all
South
the
Beach.
shootings are happening lately.
Word.
Bro, South Beach is
Key
trash now.
Biscayne.
Fucking
Keep
trash.
it. No, not Key Biscayne. Key
There
Biscayne.
was a shooting in Key Biscayne not long ago.
Key Biscayne. They not hood over there. They not hood in Key. They
Okay, I don't know about Key Biscayne, but I will say that South Beach is a fucking dump, bro. It's a dump. Like I would not stay there, and they overcharge you. That's the other thing too that kills me. They overcharge you to stay there. You want to go and stay at one of these hotels there on Ocean Drive or whatever? They're gonna charge you an arm and a leg, and it's not even that nice. And all those buildings, just so you guys know, pro tip for y'all. Those buildings are all old as hell, and they're not going to upgrade them because there's ordinances in place to make sure that the buildings have a certain look. So a lot of those buildings don't get serviced. The elevators are old. The paint is cracking, etc. I mean, they might service it every now and then, but those buildings are old as hell, 100 years old because they have to keep up a certain look at Miami Beach. So those buildings are all old as hell. They don't service them the way, and they know that they're the way they should be, and they know that y'all are going to pay anyway. So you come to Miami. Don't stay in South Beach. Don't stay in Wynwood. Don't stay in downtown even. Stay in Brickell. Clean and safe. You can walk around in between partying or whatever. You can go to CVS and not have to worry about getting fucking robbed. And then when you want to party, cool. Go to Wynwood. Go to South Beach, etc. But have a safe home base where you can do your stuff. You can park your car in the street and not have to worry about people breaking in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's not a bunch of homeless people running around. Downtown has a homeless problem, right? So, and then Miami Beach, you got to deal with like the other crazy tourists because all the hood people
Yeah.
from Atlanta, from New York, from Detroit, from LA, etc. They all want to stunt. They all want to be there on South Beach doing, niggery. So, bro, nah, man, fuck that shit. I'm giving y'all advice to keep y'all safe, man.
Yeah, all the tourists are there.
Yeah, bro. All the fucking ratchet tourists are in Miami Beach, bro. Don't do it, man.
And also,
then,
when it rains a lot in here, those are the buildings that get flooded the most too.
South Beach?
Yeah.
Oh, the old ones?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, man, guys, it ain't worth it, bro.
Because I worked security South Beach for 2 years.
And then if you're gonna
Yeah.
go to Tootsie's, you're gonna go to any of these strip clubs or whatever, bro. Like, just get in and get the hell out of there, bro. Like, because those
Or don't
areas,
go.
those clubs, yeah, don't go. I
Just
would tell
don't
y'all,
go.
just don't go. Those clubs are in dangerous areas,
What are you gonna
So,
do there? It's
North
such a
Miami,
city.
bro. Like, yeah, man,
Bro,
it's
Right.
not.
Going
Secrets,
there.
Climax. Climax, that's in Opalaka.
I didn't even hear about that. That just sounds dangerous. Climax.
Yeah.
I used to go there all the time. That's
Yeah, man. Fuck that shit. So yeah, man, that's my 101, guys, of where you go when you're in Miami. Home base Brickell, where you stay. Okay, keep your car parked here, all that shit, right? Pay the valet, don't be a cheapskate. And then you want to go to Wynwood, you want to go all these places, cool. Go. Try to go during the day, try not to go during the night. Wynwood, be careful. You go in one wrong block, you in the hood. North Miami, you have no business going there unless you want to go to one of these like ratchet ass strip clubs, which if you do, I mean, go at your own peril. Miami Beach, go and come back. Don't stay there. What else? Oh, they be jacking people too. Miami Beach.
What's yucking?
Like the girls.
Stealing.
They be drugging dudes and stealing their Rolexes and shit like that. All the time. All the time, dudes are getting robbed out there. They don't. It doesn't get reported much though, because guys, it's embarrassing, bro. I picked up this chick. She liked me. I'm gonna trick off. Next thing you know, Rolex gone, money gone, boom. Boys and girls do that shit out here. I mean, you could get got anywhere in Miami, but like in Miami Beach, that's where they be really, because all the idiots go to Miami Beach to flex. With their rented cars and their jewelry and shit like that. Like they all go there to flex, so the girls are there prowling. So. Yeah.
Atención, pickpockets.
Yeah, man. Guys, don't be stupid, man.
Stupid.
Careful.
But anyway, there you go. There's your 101 on what to do and what not to do in Miami, guys, when you're here. If you want to party and shit like that.
It's crazy.
They're closing down the wharf, too.
Oh, yeah.
So y'all really have no business being in downtown.
We should go.
Yeah, we'll go. We'll go before it closes. But yeah, then that was one of the few places that was like worth it to go down. Now y'all have no reason to be in downtown Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Club 11. That's about it. And even then, I'm like...
That's still in the hood.
Yeah, it is right on the verge of Overtown. It is.
Bro,
it is.
right
but if you're going to go to a strip club, I would say that's the safest one.
Yeah.
They got good security
11
over
is
there.
a strip club?
It is.
Didn't know that.
It is.
Never been.
Yeah, I mean, they don't market it as that, but it is. Like, the girls don't get, like, fully naked and shit. That's
Fully
the...
naked?
But here's the thing. The reason why it's like... man, I'm giving y'all too much now. That I used to go there to pick up girls at the end of the night. Because all the girls go there after everything else is closed. Because it's like it's not like really like it's more like a classy club type thing. So you can go there because girls go in there and do acrobatics and shit like that. So I would go there to actually like run games, like to talk to women, to cold approach.
What kind of women you want to pick up there?
A lot of tourists go there.
Ew.
A lot of tourist chicks go there. So like everyone leaves Miami Beach and everyone leaves all the other places because everything else closes at 4 a.m. around here. So. Anyway,
Okay.
but if that's where y'all have to go at the end, I would say go there. It's and they got good security, so that's why.
All right.
Yeah.
And isn't that the one that is next to space?
Yes, space sucks. Space sucks like big balls.
Yeah, that's true. I went
Fucking
once,
terrible.
My boss and my friends from the work that I used to work with they dragged me once. I hated it. It's trash. I don't know why people go. It's horrible.
It's just
are
people doing
drugged.
drugs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dudes are doing cocaine on the dance floor. It's always a bunch of dudes. There's never chicks there. They charge you an entrance fee. Yeah, it sucks, dude. It absolutely fucking sucks. Big monkey balls.
It's because
Space sucks.
The glory days was kind of like around 2009 to 2012.
Dude,
That's
I went
when it was
once.
like a big deal. Space
Like
back
there's
then.
no girls there, bro. Don't even waste your time, guys. If you're trying to like go out to like pick up or what, don't even bother.
I used
Fucking
to
waste.
love space.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to spend like depending on the night, you're gonna have to spend like $100, $200 easily just to get in. Not worth it. Trash. All right. Let's go back to the thing. I don't know how we. Oh yeah, because Aaron Hernandez was going to Tootsie, so I'm warning y'all not to go to Tootsie.
Yeah.
All right. Unless you're trying to trick off, but yeah.
He will go to all of these clubs that you're mentioning. Like I read the whole Wikipedia
Oh,
page.
he would go to all these clubs?
Yeah, I because he was big in Florida back then in like 2011.
Yeah,
2012.
he's
And,
huge deal.
Well, Mo just mentioned that was the golden era, I guess.
Yeah. I saw like a bunch of documentaries. He was big on these like nightclubs and clubs, and he will like he will not get arrested, but like police will call him out because of fights and like problems.
So he
with
would get in
people.
fights and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
He was very
surprised.
problematic. Hothead, what you call him?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not surprised. Like athletes and celebs always come here and go to the same spot. So yeah. Oh yeah, and Drake at the time I think was talking about Tootsies being popping, right? Didn't he make a song about Tootsies?
Yeah.
He make a son of
He
it?
made a song about Tootsies. Yep.
I feel him.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Tootsies. Yeah. All right, let's keep going.
Club were police officers. He was clearly paranoid and believed himself to be in danger. Alex, wanting to enjoy the strip club and partially annoyed at his friend, flippantly responded that if the men were police, they were probably there because Aaron had killed Daniel and Zafiro. This one offhanded remark seemingly enraged Aaron and made him believe that Alex had snitched on him. His drug-addled mind determined that by that statement alone, Alex was alluding to the fact that he was working with the police and setting him up to take the fall for the murders, and he felt as if their whole relationship was a lie. Bradley and Aaron would leave the club with 2 other men, but sometime after leaving, Bradley realized he left his phone at the club. He told Aaron and the other men that he needed to turn around so he could get it, and Aaron blew up at him. Again, Aaron believed that he was working with the cops, that their whole friendship was compromised, and if they were to go back to the club, he would be arrested for murder. Annoyed but drunk, Alex relented, thinking that his best friend was just being an idiot. He passed out in the back of the car for a short while, but when he woke up, Aaron was pointing a gun at his face. According to Bradley, Aaron shot him in the face, right between the eyes, and one of the other men in the car pulled his body out and left him in the alleyway behind a John Deere store. Bradley was found alone in an alley behind the shop, bleeding from his head and hand, but shockingly was still alive. Alex would survive, but had lost his right eye and had severe head trauma. But when questioned by the police, he refused to tell them who shot him in the face. He claimed that he wanted to kill Hernandez himself. How true this was remains to be seen, as the men would text each other immediately following the shooting. At first, it seemed that Alex had no recollection of what had happened the night he was shot, but later on, he seemed to be sure that Aaron had been the one to shoot him. Even still, both men texted each other that they missed them, that they felt as if their families were incomplete without each other, and that Aaron regretted shooting Bradley. Aaron would tell Alex that he wished he hadn't done it, that he regretted hurting his friend, and his life wasn't the same without him in it. And Alex would respond, telling Aaron he loved his friend, he missed him too, and he wished things could go back the way that they were. Over the next 3 months, the pair would send over 500 text messages to each other, which included death threats, threats of extortion, I miss you texts, and proclamations of love. Hernandez's agent tried to settle the matter quietly, not wanting to bring any attention to the fact that the NFL star, who had just signed a 5-year, $39 million contract, had shot a man in the face, seemingly based on the fact that his agent was aware of what had happened.
Oh, that's
the
why
NFL
his
knew
eyes
about
probably
Aaron's
messed
part
up.
in the shooting. After Aaron's agent got into contact with Bradley, Bradley demanded that he pay him $5 million not to report Aaron to the police. The agent countered, saying that he would pay him $1.5 million, and Bradley went back, asking for $2.5 million. However, Hernandez stopped responding, seemingly thinking that Alex was bluffing, and Alex, in response, went public. On June 13th, 2013, Alex filed a civil suit against Aaron, claiming that the Patriot had shot him in the face. The NFL's lawyers, who were representing Aaron, claimed he had nothing to do with the shooting and planned to fight against the claims. However, only 5 days later, Aaron would take another life, and this time, the police would immediately connect it to him.
Damn.
Bumbuck.
Yeah, man. That's why his eye was probably messed up like that, because he got shot in the face.
Yeah, no,
Odin Lloyd
facts.
was born November 14th, 1985, in St. Croix, before moving to the Dorchester section of Boston.
St. Croix.
Lloyd grew up in a dangerous area.
St.
Because of
Croix.
his proficiency
It's in a Caribbean country.
Okay. And he lives in Dorchester. Yeah, Dorchester sucks. That's a neighborhood in Boston that's definitely the hood.
It's the hood, ain't it?
Yeah, that's definitely the hood, bro. So
They also speak a lot of Spanish there too. St.
Dorchester
Croix.
or St. Croix?
St. Croix.
Okay. Yeah. The Dorchester is definitely. It's going through a little bit of gentrification now, but it's still the hood in Boston. Roxbury too, again cleaned up, but also the hood. Do we got the hood? Ain't it? I know. Bill's.
We haven't finished setting it up. But,
Okay. Guys, we got, like I said before, man, we got some funny shit for y'all, man, with some new gifts and stuff like that. I know some of y'all saw it in the last show, but the new edition's coming soon. Stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. Let's keep going.
at football, many
You love that meme, Myron. It's the hood, ain't it?
Yeah, that one was funny with Ice Cube coming out.
Yeah.
in his area
And shout out to Discord gang. They was making that. They was making those memes for you.
knew not to mess with him. Lloyd attended high school at John D. O'Brien School of Mathematics and Science and was a linebacker. However, unlike Hernandez, college football teams were unwilling to overlook his poor grades and offer him a scholarship. Odin had 2 run-ins with the law that led to arrests in 2008 and 2010, though both cases were dismissed. Even though Lloyd did get into Delaware State University, he had to leave the school when the financial aid he had needed did not come through. It wouldn't be until Lloyd took a job at the Massachusetts Power Company that his football career would get a second chance, albeit in a way he never could have predicted. It was there that he met Shania Jenkins, sister of Shayana, Aaron Hernandez's girlfriend since high school, current fiancé, and the mother of his child. Odin had begun to play football semi-professionally for the Boston Bandits.
Pause real quick. Hey guys, go ahead and get your Rumble Rants in and your Super Chats. We're going to read them here in a little bit. And do me a favor, guys. I see we got about 1.6, 1.7K y'all watching on YouTube. Let's get up to, we got 1.1K likes. Let's get the engagement up, guys, to 1.6, 1.7K likes, man. That way, like I said before, this can get put up in the algorithm. And then also, if you're watching this on Rumble, which I think we got another 1.2K y'all over there. So we got about 3,000 y'all watching right now. Like the video on Rumble. And then also, if you don't mind, I'd really appreciate it if you did this. Open up another tab, watch it on YouTube, like the video on YouTube. That way, we can let all the haters know that we ain't going nowhere. Okay? AKA?
I'm not fucking leaving. The show goes on. This is my home. They're gonna need a fucking wrecking ball to take me out of here.
They demonetize all the channels, but that does not mean that the grind stops, my friends. So go ahead and get your super chats in, guys, fnfsuperchat.com, or Rumble Rant it in. We'll read it here in a little bit, but like the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Let's hit 164K strong on YouTube, and then let's get a bunch of y'all watching over on Fed Reacts as well to follow the channel on Rumble. So, all right.
And I see Aaron Hernandez, he dabble in the dark.
Hey, y'all.
I see that as well. Let's keep going, Mo.
Upon meeting Aaron at a family gathering, they immediately became friends. Aaron represented Odin's ultimate dream of making it to the NFL, and they bonded over their shared love of the sport. Aaron and Odin became fast friends, with Aaron telling him early on that he could get him in the NFL as well. However, Odin had no idea what Aaron Hernandez was capable of, and that he would be caught in the crossfire of a very dangerous man. Since shooting Bradley in the face, Aaron had become even more paranoid. It seemed that Bradley's enduring friendship was the only thing that had grounded him, and with him now threatening Aaron via text messages and demanding millions for his silence, Aaron felt like everyone who looked at him could be his enemy. Aaron began getting into more fights when he went out, believing that any man who looked at him was a part of law enforcement. And when he saw Lloyd talking to two men that he had previously fought with, he believed that Odin had been compromised and was a snitch. Immediately after, he texted two men he knew, Carlos Ortiz and Ernest Wallace, telling them that you can't trust anyone anymore. After that, the men called each other and plotted the murder of Odin Lloyd. Wallace and Ortiz met up with Hernandez June 17th, and together, the three men picked up Lloyd at 2:30 a.m. Lloyd believed that they were going to hang out together, but at some point, he seemed to sense that something was amiss with Hernandez. According to Ortiz, Aaron was ignoring Odin, and the semi-professional footballer didn't understand why he was being ignored. Sensing that he was in danger, he texted his sister while they drove around, writing, "Did you see who I am with?" Then following that up with, "NFL." Then finally, "Just so you know." About an hour later, at 3:23 a.m., gunshots were heard at an industrial park in the area, and soon after, Odin's body was discovered. He had been shot 5 times, in the back and side, and had died from his injuries.
Damn.
Shit's about to get real.
Unlike every other investigation into Hernandez at this point, the police and NFL couldn't simply ignore the evidence that pointed to Aaron. In the hours leading up to Odin's death, Aaron had texted the semi-pro, asking to meet over a bag of weed he had given him. Prior to Hernandez, Ortiz, and Wallace picking up Odin, Aaron had been spotted at a gas station, dancing as he filled up his tank. He was also captured on security camera footage buying bubblegum, would later be found stuck to a shell casing at the crime scene, covered in his DNA. Another piece of gum with Aaron's DNA was found in a rental car that the group of men had been driving in, which Ortiz and Wallace had rented in Aaron's name. The crime scene investigators were also able to find shoe prints at the scene that were identical to the shoes that Aaron had been wearing in the security camera footage. Within 24 hours, the police were already at Aaron's North Attleboro home with a search warrant after receiving a credible tip that he had hired a team of house cleaners, destroyed portions of his home security system, and had destroyed a cell phone that he had been using. They swarmed his home, searching for any pieces of evidence that would connect him to the crime, and surprisingly, despite the effort he had put into destroying evidence, they were still able to find multiple items connecting him to Odin's death. A little over a week later, Aaron would be formally arrested for the murder of Odin Lloyd. Shortly thereafter, he would also be indicted for the 2012 double homicide of Daniel and Safiro. It would later be shown that after the shooting, a witness had identified Aaron as being the shooter and had picked his image out of a photo lineup, but the police failed to act past that. Shortly after Aaron's arrest, Carlos Ortiz, Ernest Wallace, Shiana Jenkins, and Aaron's cousin and surrogate mother figure, Tanya.
So right before he got arrested, because when the rumors spread out about him being arrested, he was gonna get arrested because of being a suspect in this investigation, the coach of the team called him and he was like, "If you are involved in this mess, you're out of the team." And he said, "No, I'm innocent. Like, I have nothing to do with this." And when he got arrested that day, 9 minutes after the media came out, he got out of the team. Like, they kicked him out. It was crazy.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Singleton would all be arrested for their suspected involvement in Aaron's crimes. While Carlos and Ernest's part in the crimes made sense, many people were shocked that Shiana and Tanya, who was battling stage 4 breast cancer, were being accused of having any knowledge of Aaron's actions. But it would quickly come out that after Odin's murder, Aaron had sent his fiancée a text message asking her to remove a box from their home and throw it away at a separate location. Despite Aaron destroying part of their security system, Shiana was captured putting a large bag of refuse, including a box, of whatever Aaron had instructed her to remove from the home, in her car, then driving to a secondary location to dump it. She would tell police and later testify that she had no idea what was in the box and had no idea where she dropped it off, making it impossible impossible for the bag and whatever was in it to be tracked. Police and prosecutors believed this to be the gun that was used in the murder, as it was never found. As for Tanya, it would later be shown that she had been storing Aaron's silver Toyota 4Runner, which had been used in the 2012 double homicide in her home, and that she had prior knowledge of his crimes. When she would later be brought on the stand to testify against Aaron, she would refuse to speak and was found in contempt of court.
And
she
she
would
had
go on to
cancer.
serve over 100 days in prison, where she would be unable to get her cancer treatment. Her choice to stick by Aaron and not testify against him had a radical negative effect on her health, and she would never be able to recover. Despite all the evidence against him, Patriots fans rallied around him and believed him to be innocent. They felt as if the gun at the scene, his footprint, his DNA being found at the scene, and him being the last person seen with Odin, and all the
I was in college that summer. I was like finishing up, getting some credits so that I can be done and get my degree. And I remember when this broke, being in Boston, and it was crazy because they arrested him right around the summertime when this went down. I remember the NFL, if I'm not mistaken, didn't they stop selling his jersey, Mo, at that point?
Around that time.
Yeah, I think they stopped selling it.
There was two former teammates. Well, the ones that I know, I think there was another former teammate,
And none of the Patriot players could talk about it either. I remember Tom Brady was silent about it.
Yeah.
And there's two, Marquise and Mike Pouncey. They were his former teammates that were now in the NFL. They actually got in big, serious trouble for being in the club with a hat that said "Free Hernandez."
Oh, wow.
And they got in huge trouble. And both teams, I know Mike Pouncey was part of the Dolphins, and Maurice was part of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Damn, but
And
that's like an infringement on their free speech, bro.
And both teams had to make a public apology, or else there would have been some punishment that they didn't say what punishment it would have been. But like they said, yo, make an apology announcement
For wearing a hat
now.
saying "Free my friend" in their free time.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They weren't.
But that just goes to show how much they were like convinced that he did it. Like it was, yeah.
Yeah, they weren't supposed to talk about him in court. Nobody could wear merch for the team or anything. Like,
Oh yeah.
it was forbidden. Like, you guys cannot come with like a shirt saying Hernandez or like a football team.
They didn't want no
play.
public support for him, bro.
Yeah.
Like none. The
Nothing.
judge forbid that immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good point. All right, let's go back.
And I remember there was a big meme that went around too.
Oh yeah, there was. I saw that.
I already know what I already got it.
The thing here when he got arrested is that thing, Mo?
No, you'll see it. Hold on, watch this.
Okay. Oh shit.
Madden 25 because there was that year it was making a Madden 25. Well, it was another year after, but they was making a Madden game. It was a meme. You know how they say Madden? Madden 25 to life.
Wow. Okay.
No, there was also a thing that became like very trendy back then. There was these pictures people would post on Instagram because Instagram was like starting at 2012, like 2012, something like that. And people would post because when he got arrested, they did this thing where he will like have his arms inside the shirt and behind his back.
Yeah.
So people will
When they arrested him, I remember that.
Yeah, so people will post pictures of them like holding their hands like this inside the shirt. So that was like a huge thing too. Like it was trending and it was like all over the media. I don't know why though. That's crazy. What would he will like, get cuffed like that, man? What would you think?
Why did they cover him like that?
Yeah.
He probably didn't want them to see. He probably didn't want his fans to see him walking out with handcuffs on.
Yeah, well,
And he asked them, "Hey, can you guys cuff me like this?"
You think so?
Yeah, he probably requested it.
Okay, I thought it was something to do with a shirt or like.
Nah, he probably said, "I don't want my fans to see me with handcuffs. Can you do this?"
Okay.
Because he knew that
Makes
the reporters were going to be outside taking hella pictures.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people will. That was also a thing. Like
We could play the clip actually when they arrest him.
Oh yeah.
You could pull it up on YouTube. Let's go back to the doc, Mo, and then we could play the clip when you.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
The other evidence that had been found was inconclusive and thought he was too good of a football player to go to jail. Hernandez pleaded not guilty in court, and his lawyers argued that there was absolutely no reason to think that he had taken part in the crime. They attempted to argue that the police in this case had an anti-Aaron Hernandez bias and unfairly targeted him because of his high profile as an NFL player. In their arguments, they referenced the police as wanting to close a high-profile crime and taking down an innocent man to do so. They continued to state that all the evidence that had been shown had been tainted or planted by the police, who hated Aaron for no reason. The defense was able to easily dismantle the interpretation of the events, given the police's history of letting Aaron off the hook for drunk driving and various other crimes he had taken part in. The argument was notably terrible and clearly didn't work. On April 15, 2015, 2 years after killing Odin over a paranoid delusion, Aaron was found guilty of murder in the first degree, a charge that in Massachusetts automatically carries a sentence of life in prison without any possibility of parole. But that was far from where the story ends. Following the Odin Lloyd trial, Aaron was set to go to court for the murder of Safiro and Daniel. The prosecution believed the trial to be a slam dunk. He had been seen arguing with the two men previously. He had texted Alex Bradley about the event, and he had gone so far as to shoot Bradley in the face in fear he would rat on him. However, the prosecution would have to overcome a major setback. Jose Baez. Jose Baez is one of the best criminal defense attorneys in the world, and has been able to defend people like Casey
This
Anthony.
guy-
Do you know
personally.
this guy? Remember him?
He defended Casey Anthony, didn't
Yeah,
he? There we go. Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I remember that guy.
Does he sound familiar?
Yeah, he defended Casey Anthony. If you guys don't know who that case is, go watch that case on Casey Anthony. We covered that one on this channel as well.
Yeah.
He got her off. Pause.
Yeah. This guy is big. He's
Very
a
good.
shark.
Very good.
Like, he's a very good lawyer.
Very good lawyer.
So, yeah.
Let's pull up that clip. Do you got it, Mo?
No, I don't act close because I'm sharing with the same.
Oh, just open up another tab, and I'll guide you through it. Then fuck it.
All right.
Sorry, guys. We're using Streamlabs here. Mo is not necessarily the expert in Streamlabs. It is Bills, but Bills isn't here, so bear with us here. We're doing it live. We do it live.
Yeah. Oh, so I heard here in the chat somebody said that they did this thing with cuffing him behind inside the shirt because he probably was shirtless when he got handcuffed inside his house. So then they put a shirt on.
That could be a reason too.
Yeah.
That could be a reason as well.
Yeah, somebody said in the chat, so it's interesting. And they will call it Hernandez.
Yeah, type in Aaron Hernandez arrested, and we'll probably be able to get a clip. Pull up a news clip, probably will come. Bam, there you go.
Yeah.
10 years ago, dude. Isn't that crazy?
There you go.
And there's the detectives.
I remember that happening.
Moments ago, we can tell you about 6 plainclothes detectives or police.
6 plainclothes detectives.
Yeah. Click that. Oh, click the other one that was there because that one wasn't as good. See the one right there from the bottom, 12, right there. Nope, left. That one. Yeah.
We begin with the latest developments in the homicide investigation linked to Patriots tight end Aaron Hernandez.
The 23-year-old man just returned to his North Attleboro home about an hour ago. And as of right now, he is not criminally charged in connection with the body found in an industrial park Monday.
Earlier today, state police returned to Hernandez's house but did not stay long.
We have in-depth coverage tonight. Target 12 investigator Tim White has new information on how the Providence Police Department is assisting with this investigation.
But first, let's go to Sean Daly, who's live outside Hernandez's home in North Attleboro.
Mike and Susan, we're now at the end of a tough week here in North Attleboro. This is now, day 4 of when Aaron Hernandez has been at the center of celebrity and tragedy. This is the latest footage of the star tight end for the New England Patriots, 23-year-old Aaron Hernandez, returning to his home in North Attleboro just more than an hour ago. He hadn't been seen here since yesterday. Earlier today, state police troopers, with one of them carrying at least one sheet of paper inside a notepad, spent a few minutes inside the football player's home. With the notepad and paper still in hand, the two troopers left without telling news reporters why they went there or what's written on the paper. Aaron Hernandez is under scrutiny by detectives investigating the homicide of 27-year-old Odin Lloyd of Dorchester in Boston. On Monday afternoon, a jogger discovered his body in an industrial park less than a mile from Aaron Hernandez's home. This morning, several news outlets were reporting, based on a source, that an arrest warrant has been issued for Aaron Hernandez. The report said the warrant is on a charge of obstruction of justice. But the clerk magistrate at District Court in Attleboro tells Eyewitness News that no arrest warrants had been filed in this homicide investigation in any state court before they closed today. The clerk magistrate tells us 3 search warrants had been filed, but the details won't be made public until after those search warrants are executed. In another development, a nutrition company that makes muscle milk, a hat for which Aaron Hernandez was wearing only 2 days ago, terminated its endorsement deal with the football star, effective immediately because of the investigation.
Wow.
But as this homicide investigation drags on, losing an endorsement deal may be the least of Aaron Hernandez's problems. Live in North Attleboro with the Southeastern Massachusetts Mobile Newsroom, Sean Daly, Eyewitness News.
All right, let's go back to the so that's right before the arrest.
It says here in Wikipedia that Belichick, I think it was
Belichick, yeah, the head coach, yeah,
the head coach, he prohibited Hernandez's name to be spoken in the locker room.
Yeah,
teammates.
Yeah,
and most of his, like, whoever will get like interview back then in a media press or whatever, they will decline to answer any questions about Hernandez.
Yeah, they were real strict on that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember they asked Tom Brady and Gronkowski about it, and he basically, they would be quiet. They wouldn't say shit.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to it, Mo.
His name is taboo in the NFL, like.
In taboo.
Even to this day, yeah. For sure.
Here we go.
Who, based on all the evidence, killed her daughter. However, due in part to his charisma and ability to belabor certain legal technicalities, he has won countless cases. He has a knack for making a jury focus on one thing in a case, whether that be a slight possibility or a person's character. And in nearly every trial he has been a part of, the jury has stated he was incredibly adept at arguing his case. He is extremely charismatic and is able to bring the focus of an argument to a single point. He has a long history of defending people who, based on the evidence alone, appear guilty. But because of arguing ability, he is able to shift focus from their likely guilt to the slight possibility that they are innocent. As of today,
he's very good at using emotional arguments, guys.
The majority of the proof showed that Aaron shot
with the jury.
Safiro. When Jose Baez argued the case, he made it seem as if the case was solely based on the word of Alex Bradley, and then argued why Alex couldn't be trusted. He focused on Alex's storied past, how the man was a self-admitted drug and arms dealer, and how he had previously been to jail for violent gun offenses. In stark contrast, he made Aaron look like the all-American football star, who simply got caught up with the wrong crowd. He argued that Alex had been the person to pull the trigger on the brothers that night, and Aaron's only crime was associating with a man who was capable of that. He told the jury that afterwards, Aaron was scared for his life. He thought Bradley was going to kill him, and lived his life worried that he was next. He claimed Aaron only stashed his car at Tanya's house because Alex forced him to. All the texts he shared with Alex were done under duress, and that he, like Daniel and Safiro, was a victim in this crime. Baez left the jury with 2 questions. Could Bradley be trusted? And was his word enough for you to say there was no reasonable doubt? Those were the 2 questions he left the jury with before deliberation. And surprisingly, they came back with a not guilty verdict. Aaron was ecstatic. He felt the verdict was just a sign of things to come. And
that's what happens when you use criminals, guys, as the star witness in an investigation. This is why it's so important to have corroborating evidence in cases like this, because if you're going to use a crook, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to be able to just use a crook's testimony against another crook to get a guilty verdict, because you got to remember, not only does he hate the guy and he has an incentive to make a bunch of money on him and he has an incentive to lie, it's a bad look all around. So remember, the defense's job is to create reasonable doubt. It's not necessarily to say that the person is guilty or not. It's to say, yo, it's possible he wasn't guilty. Are you going to send a man to jail for life off of something that you're not 100% sure about? That's all they got to do.
And Jose Baez was very good at doing this.
Yeah, and he was very good about that. He would make a lot of emotional arguments, and he would leave. He was very good at leaving. He's very good at closing statements, giving the closing arguments, and leaving the jury with, are you really going to send this person to prison for the rest of their life off of something that you're not even sure about? You know, he would attack the prosecution's case and say, we don't know for a fact if they did it, right? What? Maybe, possibly, but are you going to send someone to prison for the rest of their life? Are you going to give them the death penalty off of a hunch?
Yeah.
And the jury would be like, damn, I don't want blood on my hands. So he did a really good job at that. Watch his closing arguments, guys, in the Casey Anthony case. He did a really good job on that.
He studied here too, Jose Baez in the University of Florida.
Oh, he did? Of course. He's got to protect his fellow alum. God damn it.
Fellow
All right.
Gator, yeah.
All right. They're like, go Gators, baby. We out here killing niggas and we ain't going to get caught. Yeah.
Bro,
Woo!
the chat going crazy over this lawyer too.
All right. Let's keep going.
The chat, bro.
With Baez on his team, he planned to appeal the guilty verdict in the Odin Lloyd case and be found not guilty. In phone calls to Shiana, his mother and his brother, Aaron began to talk about his post-prison plans and how he was going to be back in the NFL and, quote, do things right this time. He told his fiancée that he viewed prison as a semi-vacation, albeit one where he had to spend time around people he hated, but he would never get out.
Oh wait, yes. That was a big thing. People went crazy when he started like making these calls to his family and say like, oh, I like my cell. It's very cozy. I like it. It's like my bed is like very comfortable and stuff. Like this guy came from living in a mansion, humongous mansion in Connecticut. I think it was
Massachusetts.
in Massachusetts. Yeah, to a cell, and he was like chilling, and he loved the cell. Like people was like, that's very.
They wanted him to
sus.
suffer, yeah.
Yeah, that's very sus. Like,
Yeah.
how do you like yourself more? Because he will say like, I don't have all this pressure on me. I don't have to worry about people. Like, I'm very comfortable here. I don't have to worry about anything. Like, nobody's counting on me or anything.
Yeah.
He will tell this to
He
his
liked
mom.
prison.
Yeah, he liked prison. And people were like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah, they were mad. We want you to suffer in prison, Aaron.
yeah.
So
You killed these people.
yeah, so all right, let's keep
You're
going.
like, I get to be in a room with a bunch of dudes? Ooh.
Yeah.
Ow!
Oh shit. Someone that's super black just walked in.
He scared the shit out of me. He was so scared.
Oh, shout out to Fresh in the back.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yo, you can't even see him. He's bringing over a piece of equipment that we can use.
I brought the Rodecaster Pro, man. What's going on, chat?
Yeah, we're gonna
Listen, Mother Russia's in the building. Mother Russia!
Yo, Fresh, you need to wash your microphone, man.
What?
Smells bad.
Oh! Angie, be quiet, woman.
I'm just kidding. I'm just
Uh,
messing with you. What's up?
yeah. Oh, thank you, bro. You don't got to bring it now, man. Huh? Yeah, we're live right now, bro. What are you doing?
Bro, we live right now.
What did you think we were?
Bro,
What did you think we were doing here?
bro.
Yeah, we're live, bro.
We're literally in the middle of the live, bro, on my soul.
I forgot about that.
Yo, I put that on Myron's Kids. We live.
What the
bro.
hell? Fresh. Yes, we're live, sir.
Relax.
Listen, chat. This is a live stream. We do it live.
We do it live.
Yeah. Yeah. How'd you not know that we're? You can't. All right, Fresh.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, guys. We're gonna use that. We got some things planned, which is why he brought that piece of equipment over. We're gonna do it. Me and Mo are gonna do a test after this. You want to introduce your friend, Fresh?
Hey,
Because the
man,
chat's
I'm
gonna
outta
want to
here.
know anyway.
You didn't see me, bro.
Bro, he about to go. He about to go donate to the church.
You don't
All I'm
want
gonna
to
say is Russia versus Ukraine. Russia got it.
Oh my god.
Oh man. All right. Fair enough.
Oh god.
And he's gone. Just like that.
Bombo clot, bro.
Crazy.
What? I mean, y'all should be used to this. Fresh tells bad jokes all the time. I mean, it's just another
No,
day in the
I
office.
know, I know.
Yeah.
On God.
Hey, Fresh, thank you, bro. I appreciate you bringing it. And for some of you guys that are wondering, we're going to be using that to do a test. Actually, after the show, we're going to do a test, me and Mo. We got something that we got planned for y'all that we kind of need that for. It's complicated, but you guys will see here in a second why we're going to use it. But yeah,
That was very
that was interesting.
spontaneous.
That was very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get back to the podcast.
In 2017, while on a sports radio show, true crime reporter and journalist Michelle McPhee talked about how she had unearthed the previously unknown information that Aaron was gay, had been in multiple gay relationships, and most likely was enjoying his stay in prison because of that. Aaron's sexuality, up until this point, had been something that was incredibly private to him, and something that he had struggled with immensely. And according to his prison phone calls, it was something that was incredibly painful to him. He told his fiancée that simply being around gay men made him angry, but he had no idea what to do past that. He admitted to his same-sex attraction and described in detail tell how it made him hate himself, and now his biggest secret was found out. 2 days later, Aaron was found naked, hanging from a bedsheet in his prison cell.
Jeez.
The scene was incredibly gruesome, as the corrections officers found Hernandez was surrounded by drawings on the wall and John 3:16 markings written in his own blood. He had cuts on his hands and feet, mimicking the injuries that Jesus had from being nailed to the cross, and he had used the blood from that to make various illustrations on the wall. To prevent anyone from stopping his death or saving his life, he pushed cardboard and paper under his jail cell door to jam it, and spilled shampoo on the floor to make anyone who came into the cell slip upon entry. Hernandez left 3 notes, one to his daughter, one to his fiancée, and one to Jose Baez. His note to Jose read, "Jose, what's up, brother? Well, I wrote this letter following my acquittal and wanting to voice how I felt and let some people whose music helped me through hard times know it did. Right or wrong, who knows? I just follow my natural instincts and how it guides me. Pros or cons, didn't weigh them, but I'm sure you'll let me know your view. Besides that, I want you to know you have me forever, like you never understood. Time will reveal that I'm not perfect,
Can you
but
pause
my
it,
love..."
Mo? They're skipping a lot of details, which are quite interesting for me. They didn't at the beginning when they found our Aaron. They didn't found any like suicide notes. They had to open the Bible because he had a Bible under his pillow in the cell. And in John, I think it was John 3:16, they found the 3 notes that he left to the family and the lawyer. And there was also there are a bunch of conspiracy theories because he had
There's no photos of this, right?
No.
On the internet?
No, of course, because he was in prison.
Yeah.
You know, it's different. But he had drawn on the wall some stuff about this movement. I don't know if I can send it to YouTube, but it's called 5% Nation. I don't know if you know anything about that, but it's kind of like the opposite of Nick.
White supremacist group?
Black supremacist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he was a part of a black supremacist group?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
How?
Called what?
Bruh.
Yeah. So,
Okay, Wakanda forever. Ugh!
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. A lot of people in New York believe in these things.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's weird that he was in it, though.
Yeah. Yeah. He
Must have got a pass because he's a celebrity or some shit.
Yeah, and he also
Puerto
was
Rican.
beginning to turn into a Christian in prison. So, that was also a thing. And he had written like John 3:16 in his forehead. Which there was another teammate that will do this. He will like write John 3:16. Chat, correct me if I'm right or wrong in this. He will write John 3:16 in his forehead, and then he will go play. So people will like think that these 2 cases were connected. Yeah, I think that's about it. Right. And and also police officers had a big struggle trying to open the door because of the cardboard and the shampoo. They had to actually manually open the prison cell door to enter.
They couldn't do it automatically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's keep going.
Love and loyalty is like you've never seen. I appreciate all your work, time, and effort, and never let that slip your mind. In time, you will see how appreciated you are, as well as all the others equally. But never forget, I will whoop your ass if you get too crazy. Haha, time. But we could grab a drink after. All jokes aside, I hope your son is well and all your loved ones. I need a favor. If you have any contacts for any artists like Gates, Meek Mill, Ross, Jay, Game, etc., I would like you to send letters so you can send their information or whichever way you think is best. I don't want any media really getting into me. Just trying to send my love to all the artists who got me through tough times.
Another person shows up. Shout out to Chris in the house as well. He's here. We got Chris showing up. Hey, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, look, you just, Chris, you got a big ass dome, man.
I know, man. Hey, big ass dome for,
Yo, he even got a hat on. Y'all see this?
For producer, man.
Yeah, man. Chris had big as hell, man. Bro. Yeah. They all want to be in the videos and shit. Man, you ugly as hell, nigga.
This is the first time I ever see it without the hat.
Well, you never see Chris without a hat?
No.
Oh, yeah, man.
It's what it is, man.
Chris got a big ass dome, bro.
Well, you got a big ass nose.
Okay. Well, I'll take a big nose over a big dome, nigga. I could always get a nose job. You can't get a head job.
Hey, really? Do it then.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nah, I'm not. I'm just going to keep the nose as is. You just mad because my waves are better than yours, bro. Okay. Oh, okay.
We're on YouTube,
God
Chris.
damn it, you brushing your hair.
All right. Later, you ugly fuck.
Oh, shit.
Here, yeah. And canceled.
Like a Fresh Fit Crew cameo edition episode.
Yeah, Fresh Fit. Yeah, everybody showed up.
That was so scary. Can you lock the door? And two scared jumps.
Yeah.
Today with Fresh and Chris.
Yeah, Chris. Fresh, you couldn't even see him with the blackness.
Oh shit.
So, all right, let's keep going. I didn't recognize. Did y'all recognize Russia? I know the chat probably know who it is.
No, but Fresh has a type.
Okay. Mo, did you recognize Russia?
I don't recognize any of it.
Recognize either.
I don't recognize.
I was like, they said Mother Russia. I was like, have I met her before? But okay.
Well, Myron doesn't remember girls, so that's
That too.
Yeah.
I only remember like 2 of his chicks.
Barely.
Yeah.
I don't.
Is the apple? I remember her.
Oh, Myron, you already know my theory on my memory of chicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
All right.
My respect to a few of the real ones out there. So I think that's the best idea through you. It's something I have to do, and I'd appreciate if you could do that for me, if possible. If not, I'll figure something out. Well, get at me. Love your brother, Aaron. His note to Shiana read, Shay, you have always been my soulmate, and I want you to love life, and now I'm always with you. I told you what was coming indirectly. I love you so much, and know you are an angel. We split into 2 to come change the world. Your characteristic is that of a true angel and the definition of God's love. Tell my story fully, but never think anything besides how much I love you. This was the supreme.
Fun fact, his fiance left him for a short period of time because she caught him cheating. And then she came back. And
Of course she would.
yeah, and it was found that after he died, he had like another apartment apart from his own, like his main house with her, that she didn't know about, where he will store his guns, his weapons.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was secret.
All right.
Yep.
Well, gun laws are pretty lame in Massachusetts, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy had a thing with guns,
Yeah.
like with weapons.
All right.
Almighty's plan, not mine. I love you. Let Avi know how much I love her. Look after Jano and Eddie for me. They are my boys. You're rich. I knew I loved you equals Savage Garden. Not much time. I'm being called. John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. I love you all equally. We are all each other. Don't shed one tear, for I am all of you and never wasn't. Do not go back to living while worshiping false idols, in which I warned you about. It's time the real live forever. And finally, his note to his daughter read, Avi, Daddy will never leave you. I'm entering to the timeless realm. Oh my God. I'm entering to the timeless realm in which I can enter into any form at any time because everything could happen or not happen. I see all at once. Life is eternal. Believe, love, repent, and see me/yourself in everyone, because that's what the truth is. I'll see you in the heavens, awaiting you all with the same love. Never fear me, but love me with all of you. Fear is the only separation between you and I. We are each other. I/you, you/me. There's no need to fear, but what you do unto another will come back around. Power of now. Conversations with God. 1, 2, 3. Home with God. Oh my God. Fuck. Anak, Osser, Metsu, Nader.
Shout out
What
to
the fuck
Tishman
are you
right
doing?
Yeah, the guy
God
got
damn
annoyed.
it, man. Come on, give me a break. This makes me sound like I learned how to read yesterday. Would you cut the malarkey and get to the point? In Aaron's letter to Shiana, he stated that she would be rich following his death, alluding to the legal principle of abatement ab initio. This principle asserts that when a criminal defendant dies, but has not exhausted all legal appeals, the case reverts to its status at the beginning. The conviction is vacated, and the defendant is rendered innocent. And since Aaron had died appealing his conviction, he would legally have to be found innocent, meaning the NFL would have to pay the rest of the contract earnings to Shay. And on May 19th, 2017, Aaron Hernandez's previous guilty verdict was vacated. That is, until the Lloyd family fought to reinstate the verdict. But still, that is not where this case ends. After his death, researchers at Boston University studied Hernandez's brain and diagnosed him with chronic traumatic encephalopathy, commonly referred to as CTE. Aaron had what researchers described as one of the most severe cases of CTE they had ever encountered, and at the time of his death, the 27-year-old had the mind of an elderly man. The diagnosis recontextualizes Aaron's actions, as his paranoia and violent outbursts are common to those suffering with CTE. But just because the diagnosis partially explains his action doesn't mean it justifies it. Aaron Hernandez was a troubled man who, because of his athletic talent, rarely faced any consequences for his actions. Had he ever faced the repercussions of his actions, chances are Daniel, Saphiro, and Odin would still be here today. Thank you for watching this video. If you like true crime content, feel free to like and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, as our videos are demonetized more often than not, consider supporting us via Patreon. With all of that said, have a good day and remember to stay safe.
Bam.
As to the gay allegations, his wife never she said that she never recollected seeing anything that he will give him out as gay.
Yeah.
And he was like bisexual because
I was always skeptical of the gay stuff too, because
Yeah.
it was just like, that's just like, people always say that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people are so quick to, if they want to tarnish you, they'll say you're gay.
no, but he was actually gay. Like he had some lovers.
Is there proof?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, because there were some people that testified, and there was a lover that he had in college that said something to the media. And like,
Oh, you know
talked-
what? He was in a Netflix special, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember seeing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there were some people that testified after he died that they were with him, like
Why didn't they say anything when he was alive?
because he will keep them quiet, I guess.
I mean, it's
That's the main reason. That's why people believe that was the main reason why he suicided, because there were two.
I think he did it for his family.
No.
So that they can get the NFL money.
No, if you read somewhere, I don't know if it was in a documentary or I saw it on Wikipedia, there were some people that were gonna testify in his trial and say that they had like sexual intercourse with him in prison, and that's why he committed suicide, because he didn't want the media to know about his sexuality. He was being on his sexuality.
Okay, I think it could be that too, but I think a big part of it was what they talked about with so the NFL could pay out his family.
Oh, I don't know about that.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, it might have been the gay stuff too, for sure.
Yeah.
But I think the major one was that so that he could so his family could get the money.
Right. Okay.
So okay,
Like he knew
yeah.
he was gonna off himself.
Yeah, and that was
it's
that
like,
was the
if
way
he's
out of
gonna
it.
off himself, and the payout happens, at least the wife will get the money. At least or it goes to
And his daughter.
Family, his family.
daughter.
Some sort.
All right, let's hit some of these chats and then close this thing out, because I am dying, bro. I haven't eaten today yet, and I did like 2 workouts. So
Jesus.
I woke up late, guys. I was really tired this entire week. We've done so many
Man.
hours of streaming. I mean, one day we did 8 hours of streaming, man. I was dead, man. We did the wrestling stream.
I can't believe you haven't eaten it.
Yeah, we gonna get some food now. Where we at here, Mo?
And actually, we
are
gotta-
these not safe?
Yeah, some of the last ones aren't safe.
All right, man. Okay, so guys, I think this is where we ended on YouTube.
Yeah.
Guys, come on over to Rumble, rumble.com/FredReacts. Let's drop the link in the chat. Yeah, y'all like to wall out on Rumble. I mean, we probably could read them on YouTube, but
Here.
out of an abundance of caution, since we're in YouTube jail right now.
Real quick,
So, yeah.
before, or I don't know after, but
All right, nigga, damn.
what?
All right, don't worry about him. Go ahead.
Okay. It says here in his sexuality thing in Wikipedia. Following Hernandez's death, a high school teammate, Dennis Sansusi, described a secret homosexual relationship between the 7th and 11th grades. The teammate stated that Hernandez had many sexual partners during this time.
Damn.
Yeah.
That sucks.
And it says here.
Are we on Rumble yet?
Almost.
All right, guys, switch on over to Rumble real quick.
Let's get